All right. Can everybody hear me? Let me know in the chat. So, dude, I'm so sorry if you guys were in here during all that, man. All right. I got it up on my phone too. So I'm trying to see if the audio is good. Let me know in the comments if y'all wouldn't mind. All right. I got a little playback here. Hold on one second. All right. We should be good now. We should be good now. We can hear you. What's happening? I don't know, man. I don't know. I was way more prepared this week than I was last week. Had a lot of technical difficulties. And I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. But how's everybody doing tonight? Thank y'all for being here. This is episode 1 of Casual Friday. It's a little Friday night stream I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be focusing on films and figures and collectibles and all that stuff, but it's a way to talk about movies and collectibles at the same time. Judging on the thumbnail, you can kind of see we're going to be talking about Venom, that new trailer that just dropped. We're going to be talking about like if there's going to be some figures from that movie, which there will be, but we're going to talk about what we hope to get. Obviously, everybody's talking about it. I've made a video about it. The T-800 Hot Toys 2.0 Battle Damaged. I'm so hyped for that, man. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Matt Reeves as the Batman. You know, wasn't a huge fan of the original. Wasn't a huge fan of the original, but but it is what it is. But I am looking forward to see what he does with the sequel. So we're going to talk about that as well. How's everybody doing? We got Mitchell Lawrence in the building. We got Kenny Lane in the building here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up a few of the things we're going to discuss here. But thank y'all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Hope y'all's Friday night is going well. And yeah, anybody else hyped about that T-800, man? I mean, I know a lot of people are. Um, I've been hearing a few comments from people like they say, that they have I guess it's the DX13 or something, and they have kind of told me in my video, like, I'm not, I'm still picking it up. It seems like people are saying it's worth the upgrade. So that's a good sign. Hopefully we get more, but we're going to talk about that soon. Um, let me pull this up real quick and we will get rolling on this. What's up, Stacy? What is up? So let's start showing some of these comments. So let's get better about this. We got Kenny Lang in the building. If you're still in here, Kenny, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. We can hear you. Awesome. How bad was that intro though? Like, were y'all seeing all that stuff with like the different music? That was brutal. That was brutal. Mitchell Lawrence is here. What's happening? Letting me know he can hear me. I appreciate that, Mitchell. I really am. We got Stacy in the building. How's it going, Stacy? Good to see you. Thanks for being here on a Friday night. Good evening, Justin. Hope you had a good week. I did. It was a very long week, and I know we all get to the end of the week and we're like, man, it's a long week, and sometimes it's really not, but you kind of say it. This was a long week, but it was a good week. You know what I mean? And how was your week, Stacy? Let me know in the comments how your week was going. I know I've talked to you a little bit. I think on my either on the comments on my videos or something, but I think you're pretty hyped for the T-800 too, right? Mitchell, it's 3 a.m. here in the UK. Mitchell, I truly appreciate it, man. I really, really do. That is awesome, man. Well, it's awesome that you're here. I don't know how awesome it is being up at 3 a.m., but I truly appreciate you tuning in and commenting. And yeah, dude, it means a lot. Kenny, the leather goods are worth the upgrade alone. Yeah, that's what Kenny, that's what I'm thinking, man. And see, I haven't had, and that's why in my videos, I'm like, hey, let me know if you've had the 1.0. I want to kind of hear from you because for me, it's like, I can't really speak intelligently on that, that other figure because I just now started collecting Hot Toys, almost going on a year now in October. But yeah, I've looked at them side by side. That other one is still great for what it was at its time. But dude, this one coming up, like I get like super excited about it. Like that's the kind of stuff I love to see. And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. We're going to talk about what else we might get from Terminator. And I'm hoping that this is a sign of things to come, man. We already know we're getting that Predator figure now. Hopefully we get some alien stuff from Romulus. I don't know, man. But I'm just having a good time seeing all these IPs come to life And this was a huge announcement for me who didn't have the 1.0. Mitchell Lawrence says, I'm super hyped for the T-800. Yeah. Yeah. Mitchell, I'm telling you. Mitchell, did you have forgive me if you've told me this already, but did you have the 1.0? But yeah, dude, I am like, I don't want to, I was going to say on my thumbnail, I was going to be like the best announcement since I've been collecting. And I didn't want to do that because then I'd have to go back and think, because we get caught up in the hype. But I can honestly say this is one of the top five announcements for me personally, since I've been collecting Hot Toys. Like, this is something that I cannot wait to add to the collection. We got Brad Cormack in the building. Hey, Justin, what is up, Brad? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. Everybody tuning in on a Friday night. How's it going, Brad? Are you getting the T-800? I know a few people with all this Star Wars stuff coming out. I know a lot of Star Wars collectors are like struggling right now because they're like, well, I want it, but like I don't know yet, And me and a few people were talking about this. It's like we're getting to the point in collecting now where it's almost got to be like an essential piece in a way to guarantee that you're getting it, because we could say that we're getting it right now. It's a year and a half away or whatever. By that time, man, who knows what we're getting, with the speed of things happening, man, you just never know. Who else we got in the building? We got Thrawn's office. Hey, says Thrawn's office. What is up, Thrawn? It is good to see you, man. Thank you so much for being here. I know you're hyped. I don't think we've talked Terminator, Thrawn. I know you're a big Alien guy. I know you're big on Predator. I'm assuming you're big on Terminator as well. Let me know, though, if you are picking this one up. I'm assuming so. Stacy saying, you bet I pre-ordered the T-800 yesterday. Yeah, I mean, look, I joke around all the time about this. I always say, like, man, it's a day one pre-order. And that just means that it's getting pre-ordered. Like, sometimes I miss that day one thing. And to be totally transparent, I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I'm going to, and I'm going to soon. Like, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I just have to know that, like, in the back of my mind that I'm getting it. But pre-ordering is weird, man. I've gotten kind of like here lately, I've been getting just hammered with pre-orders becoming a reality. And so it's all fun until that happens. And then you got like 5 or 6 figures hitting you at once. And, it's made me kind of space out the pre. But again, you can't, I mean, how are we supposed to know? You pre-order this stuff a year in advance. And then all of a sudden, it's like Anakin, episode 2 Anakin. Figure's been out for like 4 months. I still don't have it. So that's going to hit here pretty soon as well, I would think. Brad Cormack, T-800 Dopo. Yeah. Like we've been saying, it absolutely is. I mean, it's just an iconic piece, man. And I honestly think I've heard some people say that, like, who aren't even like huge, and I don't want to say they're not huge fans. I just don't think they've, like, maybe they didn't, it came out like at the perfect time. I mean, when I watched it, it was probably like in the mid 90s, but I watched it like young, and that's when they used to like show this stuff on TV. So like it would cut out like a lot of the violent parts. So that's how I was able to watch like a lot of these movies growing up when they would like show it on like, ABC or something. But man, that movie just had such an impact on me, man. It really scared the hell out of me, if I'm being honest with you, early. Like seeing the T-1000, dude, that shit was scary. I don't know, man. I joked about it in my video about the milk carton thing. Like that scene like scared the hell out of me. One minute this guy's drinking a carton of milk, the other minute he's got a sword hand in his throat. That's a tough way to go. It was whole milk too, I think. It was whole milk. Mitchell Lawrence, nah, I wasn't collecting Hot Toys when the original came out, so this was a no-brainer for me to pre-order. Yeah. That's how I am, man. That's like I always mention that to people. It's like this is an easy for me. This is an easy because like then that's why I always ask people that have the 1.0, like, what are you feeling about this? I think we're so far removed from that one that people are hyped for it. I think what people get a little irritated is if like a figure came out like not too long ago, like 3 years ago, and they're already doing like a 2.0 or like an artisan or something. Mitchell Lawrence says I had Terminator 2 on Pirate on VHS. Dude, what's funny, man, is we would have all these blank like VHS tapes, and I like my family's like a movie family. Like we grew up like watching all kinds of movies together. And that's how you know Terminator 2 was just a brilliant film, is because my parents, like, they weren't like, they were like they weren't like super strict or anything, but they weren't gonna let me watch certain things like until I reached a certain, just how it is being good parents. But that one, they like, there were some movies that they were just like non-negotiable. Like, yeah, we're gonna watch this as a, like, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. Like, this is the '90s. Like, that dude, every movie that dude came out with, I feel like we watched it as a family. And just such a huge star, man. You don't get that anymore. You don't get that anymore with current like movie stars, because I feel like with social media and stuff, we're like so connected all the time, and we're seeing these actors and actresses all the time. And yeah, I just feel like it's not as big. Like, when you used to go see, like, when you saw Arnold on the screen, man, that was a big moment. But maybe that's just nostalgia. I don't know. But anyway, what I was saying was I would record stuff off the television. And so I'd have like a VHS tape. Usually you'd be able to put like 3 movies on there, and it would have the commercials and all that stuff, because I would just let it run, and I'd have all those VHSs. And it's really funny to like go back, and I mean, I don't even know where the hell those are now, but it was cool like back then, because you would like, hey, let's watch this. You throw the VHS in, and you'd see all these really dated commercials now if you watch it today for like, cornflakes and all kinds of stuff, man. But it's cool. It's like a relic of the times. Thrawn's office. Let's see. Oh hell yeah, he says. Oh hell yeah. I love to hear that. Saw T2 with my Aunt Linda at the movies when I was 11. That's badass. I wish I could have seen this in theaters, dude. Like, anytime this comes out on a re-release, I'm gonna be there. One of the best days of my life. I remember thinking John's friend was Axl Rose's son. Yeah, dude. Um, Thrawn, I don't know if you're in here, but I made a joke earlier about, or I don't know if you watched my video talking about the T-800, but I made a joke about like, what figures are we going to get next? And I was talking about how like John's foster dad that gets, that has the milk carton accessory, like how cool that would be. And then somebody commented, I think it was Tyria, or I can't remember exactly who it was. Forgive me if you're in the chat and I forgot who actually made the comment, but they were talking about a 2-pack with John and him. And that'd be sick, man. I think I'd probably get it. I really do. Kenny Lang, Jason Statham was the last real left. Can't even talk. Jason Statham was the last real action star. I think, Jason Statham, I will say, like, I do really like it. Like, when Jason Statham first got on the scene, I really didn't vibe with his stuff, to be totally honest with you. But as I got older and as I started watching more of his stuff, man, Jason Statham rocks, dude. Like, I really like Statham. And I think it's because I feel like he does stuff that he wants. I'm not saying he's not getting paid, but like, he's obviously getting paychecks and stuff. We get it, but like, he truly feels like kind of a throwback to like those Van Damme guys. Like, it's just usually Jason Statham going into different parts of the world and kicking somebody's ass. And that's what I loved about JCVD, man. Is like, every movie of Van Damme, he's going into some country and he's kicking somebody's ass. That's the plot. Like, that's all that they got to give you. You're going to the video store, you're like, dude, what's that new Jean-Claude Van Damme movie out? Oh, this one, dude, he goes to Thailand. He goes to Thailand in this one. And he kickboxes with a dude. Yeah, dude, it's good. Check it out. Bloodsport. I mean, I could go on for days, man, but I miss those type of like simple action movies where people are just going around and just fighting. And I don't know, man. I miss that stuff, dude. That's why I was talking about. I can't wait for that Bloodsport figure from Caustic Plastic, man. I can't wait. And I would take a Jason Statham figure. I've been saying for a while, who the hell owns the rights to do figures for Fast and Furious? I don't know, man. I could be wrong. I feel like those would sell really well. Could you imagine doing like some 6 scale versions of the vehicles in that with like the characters? And say what you want about the franchise. I know where it's gone. They've literally gone to space, but I can't help it, man. Those are like, I don't even want to call them guilty pleasures, because there's no guilt there. But I have a ton of fun with those movies. Kenny, no, I mean, Kenny, the thing is, man, there's not a whole lot of like movie stars left. Like, there's people that are like, big stars. But if you think about it, and Quentin Tarantino had a really interesting take on this in some interview. He's basically saying, like, no longer are people going to see, Harrison Ford. They're going to go see Indiana Jones, or they're going to go see Captain America, or they're going to go see Iron Man. So I kind of feel that way too. There's a handful of guys that can still demand box office. I feel like Denzel Washington's a dude that, still has that aura about him. And I think it's mainly people that aren't on social media a lot, because I really do think social media has created this. Oh, we see that guy all the time. We are always seeing it. It's like The Rock, man. Like The Rock, he just, he's everywhere. So like when there's no like drive to really go see that movie opening weekend, but like when somebody like Denzel brings out a movie, you're like, oh shit, you take notice. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's a few others. Denzel always just comes to my mind because I feel like he's one of the last. Like he's a dude who can do action and drama and kind of mix it up, and I just love that dude. Mitchell Lawrence, I agree. Thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate it. Thrawn's office says we're seeing what D bags they are all the time. Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. Is like there's been this. It used to be. They always say like don't meet your heroes and all that stuff. So it's always some. It's never just about going to the movie. Like we know too much about each other. And so depending on somebody could get on your nerves on social media or somebody could like do. It's just this constant thing. But I tend to really, I think that's like Ryan Gosling. That's why I think like guys like Ryan Gosling are doing really well right now, is because, I mean, think about it, man. That dude could be out just doing all kinds of stuff. And I feel like I don't even know if he's on social media. If he is, like, I think his team does it. I don't see him a lot. He doesn't have that overexposure. I mean, here lately, he's been in so many movies that it's starting to get a little bit of fatigue. It's kind of like what happened with Margot Robbie. Like, there's a little bit of fatigue there just because, and she was aware of it. But yeah, Jason Statham is comfortable in his lane. Yeah, he is, and that's the thing, man. That's what I wish The Rock would have continued to do. I wish The Rock would have just continued to. Man, I really encourage everyone to go see a movie called Faster with The Rock. It's a movie called Faster with The Rock, and it is it's super good. I mean, I really really love it, and it's got Billy Bob Thornton. It's got some other actors in it, but he doesn't have a lot of dialogue in it. He's just very brooding. And it was like, I just wish he would have done more movies like that. And I forgot what the other one was, but I don't know, man. I just know I was at the movies the other day and he's in this trailer for one where it's like he's Santa Claus's bodyguard or something, and it looks rough. I mean, it looks rough. If you're excited about that, I mean, power. I mean, you know what's sad is I'll probably still go see it. That's the sad part. Because it's Santa Claus, it's Christmas. I'll be in the Christmas spirit. Go see The Rock. It's got Chris Evans, I think. Thrones office. Tom Cruise, all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, Tom Cruise, look, and that dude revived his career big time. There for a while, nobody was seeing his movies for those few years. Um, but man, Mission Impossible, this Top Gun Maverick. I mean, Top Gun Maverick, I couldn't believe how great Top Gun Maverick was. Like, that movie blew me away, man. I thought that movie was fantastic. And it had no business being that good. I don't feel like I felt like everybody thought like, "Oh my god, what can they possibly tell here?" But yeah, Tom Cruise, man, just kills it. I feel like he loves the movie so much that he's like one of the last few people that are trying to give us like a legit blockbuster that's not all shot on like this huge blue or green screen. He's like getting on location. And that's what I miss, man. I hate these movies where you can instantly tell it's like green screen, blue screen. I want to see people on location. It gives it an energy, man. It gives it like a feel. And I need that, you know? Like Maverick, man. I need that adrenaline. Brick Artemis in the building. What's up, Brick? Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for being here on a Friday night. I truly appreciate it, man. I hope you're having a great day. I'm excited about that stream, Brick. I saw you're doing like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stream on the Bugle 6. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. I'll be there. But Brick Artemis says if Johnny Depp came out with a movie, I'm going. Yeah, I mean Johnny Depp's a guy that like a movie that I just watched again. And I feel like I almost watch it every year, Brick. And I don't know if you've seen this one from him, but Secret Window. Let me know if y'all seen Secret Window. It is. I don't want to say it's great or anything, but it's like just an easy watch, man. I'll throw that on. Start get a little breeze in the air. Starting to get a little cooler outside to get it's like a pre-Halloween movie. I always consider that like a September movie because you don't really want to watch it at Halloween, but it's like a movie that kind of gets you primed. So it's a good time to watch some thrillers and some horror and stuff. And John Turturro's in it. Really good movie. Mitchell Lawrence says Reeves is another. Yeah, absolutely. Brick Artemis says for the younger Jen Ortega is huge. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and like I said, whether you liked Beetlejuice or not, whether it be the Scream franchise, Beetlejuice, Wednesday, I think whoever, like, I don't know if it's her decisions or if like her agents are just really good, but both of them combined, they're picking some really good projects for her. And I'm interested to see her go like the next step of like being the lead in like a big movie and really showing off her acting chops. And I think she's got it. Uh, she's just really good in everything she's in. I mean, she was in X. I don't know if you've seen that horror movie X, but she was really solid in that. Had a it was an important role, but it was like a small part, but really good in that. Kenny Lang is asking, do you like the Equalizer movies, Kenny? I love the Equalizer movies, man. I love the Equalizer movies. I get a lot of flack for this. No, I don't. I don't get any flack for it because I haven't said it publicly yet. But I almost think the Equalizer movies are right on par with John Wick. And in some capacity, I think they're better films. John Wick is a badass. Those movies are awesome. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the Equalizer movies are just like, I like how after a while, the John Wick stuff, you almost get desensitized to it. You're like, oh my gosh, like he just went and wiped out 400 people like in 5 minutes. Equalizer, he like takes his time a little bit more. It builds up the characters a little bit more. Both franchises are awesome, but I really like Equalizer. I loved the third one. I would say probably the second one's my favorite. But yeah, that's a great trilogy, man. I think they're done with them. I would love to see one more, but if they finished with the third one, I felt like it wrapped up the story pretty well. Top Gun Maverick was great, says Mitchell Lawrence. I agree. My God, dude, that movie was awesome. I felt like that came out at like the perfect time for everybody too. We were all wanting to win at the theater, man. We hadn't been to the theater in so long. Movies were all postponed. And then Top Gun Maverick just came in and said, hey, we'll take it from here. Brad Cormack said he loved the first Equalizer movie. People just bonding over Equalizer, man. I hear you. Mitchell Lawrence says the Equalizer films were great, but the last one was a letdown in terms of competition. I will agree with that. That one was more like a character study or something, which I still really liked, but it was a bit of a character study in terms of, I felt like it was about Robert McCall. I felt like the first two, there was some formidable foes, and in this one, it was like, dude, there was no stress. There was no stress. Brick Artemis says, dude, Secret Window's up there for me. I love it. I love it, Brick. I really do, man. There's something about it. I don't know. Like just the scenes where he's just walking around eating Doritos, dude. I mean, that's acting for me. That's acting, man. I don't know. I just like it. I'm glad to hear you like it as well, man. That's a really good one. Kenny Lang says, yeah, I feel like the first Equalizer doesn't get enough respect. It doesn't. It's such a tight, well-made thriller, and it has so many great moments in it. And it just, I mean, that's one of those movies. It's called a remote drop. You just drop the remote when you see it. You don't have to worry about it again because you're gonna, whatever scene that it lands on, you're gonna watch the rest of it. God, dude, I just think about that movie. Like the whole like last 20 minutes where he's just taking people out in a Home Depot is just absolutely insane. I love it. That's John Wick's a badass, don't get me wrong. But Robert McCall from Equalizer, dude, he's taking people out with like yard tools. He's taking people out with like mulch. He's killing people with mulch in that movie, dude. And we just like, oh, it's great. Rick says Maverick might be the only good sequel that took decades to make. Usually, if they take too long to make a sequel, it really bombs. Yeah, dude, I think that's why it was so surprising. It was like, you know, I remember I was excited to go see it, and then I started hearing like early reviews on it, and like people that like actually trust their reviews. It wasn't people I just felt like were trying to get like the first like sound bite out there, and they were talking about that it was like the best film of the year, and I was like, best film of the year. Top Gun Maverick? Is that good? And again, I was excited about it, like 9 out of 10 excited. Dude, when I went and saw that movie 3 times in theaters. 3 times in theaters, and I got goosebumps every time. I cried every time, dude. The scene with him and Iceman, brilliant stuff. I truly felt like Tom Cruise should have been nominated. I thought Tom Cruise should have been nominated. He absolutely crushed it, man. He absolutely crushed it. Mitchell Lord said John Wick 2 and Equalizer 1 are my favorites out of both franchises. Yeah. Yeah. John Wick 2, I think, is I don't want to say by far. I almost went too far there. John Wick 2 is the best. John Wick 2 is the best. I think John Wick 2 and 1 are my favorites. 3 and 4, they're too long. But 2, I love number 2. I agree with the Mitchell. John Wick 2, I think I like Equalizer 2 a little bit better. I like the whole scene with him and that kid that he's trying to like tutor or whatever and try to like, be a good role model too, who's like got a really good gift at painting. I love that scene with him where he's basically getting him out of that life of like, potentially becoming in a gang or whatever. Like I love that scene, man. And Pedro Pascal, man. But yeah, I agree. Equalizer 1 is really good. Let me throw some we're gonna get into our first topic. I'm going to let me throw on a little bit of tunage here, just to have it as a little bit of background music. You know, just do that for the vibes. We're here on a Friday night. We're hanging out on a Friday night. I just want to say one more time, thank you whoever shows up. I told myself when I first started streaming, I was like, dude, and I know everybody says this and they don't really, they secretly hope like a bunch of people show up or whatever. And that's there. But at the same time, I told myself, I was like, dude, honestly, if 0 people show up, you're gonna just pretend that somebody's there. You're gonna talk to somebody because I'll just re-upload this and we'll have some stuff to talk about. I'll people can catch the replay because it is a Friday night, man. People got stuff to do. I know they do. And so I appreciate everybody that is here and hanging out with me. All right, we're going to get to our first topic of the night, if that's okay with y'all. First topic of the night. And we're going to be talking about Venom, The Last Dance. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen the trailer. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen the trailer. Also, let me know if the music's too loud. I can't... I just want to make sure that it's not annoying. If it's annoying, we'll just turn it off. So, Venom: The Last Dance. I want to know if people are. I'll be fully transparent with you. The second one, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I thought the first one was fun. It's one of those ones that I love the performance more than I love the films. I think Tom Hardy's like just is having a blast with it, and I do like particular scenes from both movies. But I don't know, man. I'm getting a good vibe from this one. Like the second one, I think I had my hopes too high for the second one because Woody Harrelson, Carnage, all that stuff. I was like, dude, this is gonna be incredible, and it wasn't bad, but like it was kind of forgettable for me. And I kind of like the first one better, but I got to rewatch these, man, because these are ones that I really just watched once and haven't revisited them. And I'm not saying that to be like negative on the movies. It's just being honest. So I got to rewatch these. Because some of the stuff in this trailer, I was like, okay, I gotta go back and see some stuff on this. But I was a big fan of the trailer. I think that the thing they're doing really well with the trailer is like they're introducing, like, if you know the comics and you know kind of where Venom's from, and like if you've read like the Venom comics and you kind of know some of the backstory there, that's always really interesting to see that they're potentially going to be bringing in those characters. And the only reason I'm not naming them off is just in case people don't want to get it spoiled. And I don't even think it's a spoiler, but it would be exciting if, they do little teases of it. But I think for me with this franchise, I mean, I guess it's a franchise, but my question is this. Will this truly be the last dance? Will this truly be the last dance for Tom Hardy as Venom? That's the question I have for you guys. We always get this. It's like the last dance, the last hurrah. By the way, if you really want to go watch The Last Dance, Chicago Bulls, 1998, ESPN. It was during COVID times, dude. Everybody was at home watching The Last Dance. I loved The Last Dance. But anyway, I digress. I'm very excited for this movie simply because this one looks this one looks like they're just really just throwing everything at you. And they're just going to be like, hey, man, if this is The Last Dance, let's give them everything. Brad says, I have definitely seen the trailer. What did you think, Brad? What did you think of the trailer? Am I too hyped for it, especially considering I wasn't the biggest fan of the first two? Maybe I'm too hyped. Brick says, I enjoy Venom movies. Yeah, Brick, I mean, that's the thing, man. I mean, I know you're a big Spider-Man guy. I mean, have we kind of, has the ship sailed on the crossover with this? That's what we're going to get into in a little bit, but I was hoping we get some type of crossover with Holland, but we'll see. Mitchell says, yeah, the trailer looks good. I like the first, but the second one was too crazy for me. That's how I felt, man. The second one was like, and the only complaint I had about the first one was honestly the fight scenes with Riot or whatever. It was it got to, it was kind of like Transformers had this problem, not really with the first one, but the second one and the third one. Like, you start getting all the characters jumbled together, and like you can't tell who's who, and you can't tell like who's fighting who, and that was the one big issue I had with that final act of the first Venom. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed with the second one. But this one does look better. This one looks like it's getting back to being a Tom Hardy story, an Eddie Brock story. And I laughed a few times, man. It's hard to make me laugh in a movie trailer. Like, I don't usually laugh during a movie trailer, but I don't know, man. The part where he's at the casino, like, I liked it. It was good. No way, Mitchell. For real, that's awesome, dude. Fun fact, Tom Hardy is from my London borough. That is awesome, man. Tom Hardy, dude. I just watched him in The Bike Riders. I don't know if you've seen, if you've heard anything about that, Mitchell. It's got Austin Butler in it. I don't know, man. It wasn't great. I didn't care for it too much. Kenny Lang says that trailer was nuts. I don't know, man. I can't decide what my favorite part of the trailer is, but I can't help it, dude. When he's at the casino, I don't know if it's just all those lights and the sounds, man, but that was entertaining. Brad says, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, Brad, is like, it comes out October 25th. It's a comic book movie. I feel like October is like a new month because Joker was so popular that a lot of people are starting to put some comic book movies in October. It's kind of like football. Like NFL football, before you know it, it's going to be 7 days a week. I feel like that's going to be comic book movies. It's going to be every month now. When it used to just be the summer movie season. Now it's year round. Too much money to be made. Mitchell says, yeah, I heard of it. Yeah. All right. So this question still remains. Do we think that this is the last dance for the last dance for Tom Hardy as Venom? A year ago, if you would ask me that, I would have said no chance. But with all this different shifting, I think James Gunn going to DC, Marvel kind of shifting gears. I still think they're probably going to be doing multiverse stuff, but they're going to be doing it a lot differently now. I think there's a chance this actually could be the last one. This definitely, I think, will be the last Venom. And I just don't see this character coming back, for like anything else. I mean, I was hearing all that stuff about it, but I just don't know how they're going to make it work. I think it would be cool. Like, I think that's what we all want, or at least I do. But yeah. So last question for this with Venom Last Dance is, what's your hype level for the movie? I'd say mine's a solid 7. I mean, I think I'm excited for it just because it's like, it's October. I mean, I'm going to be watching so many horror movies this time of year that it's going to be kind of cool to see. Like, it's going to be kind of a breath of fresh air to go see a comic book movie. Can you believe it? But yeah, just let me know in the comments before we sign off on Venom for the night. I almost forgot. This is what I really wanted to talk about. So what do we think we're getting anything from this? So we already got that Venom from Hot Toys. And we got the Carnage. Do we see us getting a Venom? There's potential for some other characters showing up. They haven't really shown off in the trailer. But I don't know, man. Something tells me we might not get... I would like to see an Eddie Brock figure, like kind of like they're doing with some of these Iron Man figures, like get an Eddie Brock and also get a Venom. That'd be really cool to me to have like both. And so, I don't know, man. I mean, this video game Venom that's coming out this year might be the only Venom you need, but I like stuff from the movies, and we gotta put it on pause for a second though. We gotta put it on pause because the movie canon's in the house. Geo, the movie canon is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We got the movie canon here. What is up, Geo? Thank you so much for stopping by and commenting, man. I really do appreciate the support. Check out Geo. Does a stream on Sunday nights, talk about some figures. He's talking about movies. He's talking about it all, man. Really great channel. I've been lucky to be a guest on Geo's show before. it was a blast. So Gio, great to see, man. Thank you truly for being here. Brad Cormack says, I think that this is it for Hardy. I do too, Brad. I really do. And I know that it's like, hey, it's the last dance, but like we both know that sometimes they trick us, you know. Movie canon, last Venom movie with Hardy. Yeah, I agree. Gio, you think they're gonna do anything with the character? You think this is it for the character, or just it for the Venom movies? That's what I'm kind of interested to see. I'm leaning towards it might be it for the character, man. Kenny Link said 7 is fair. Yeah, I think so. If I would have liked the second one more, I would have been way more hyped. But the only reason it's a 7 and not lower is because the trailer actually really impressed me. I thought they showed you a lot, but I feel like there's still going to be some stuff to see. You know, I feel like they didn't give us everything. Mitchell says, I'm with you on a 7. Thanks, Mitchell. We're on the same wavelength tonight, Mitchell. We're on the same wavelength, man. Stacy said, I just watched the trailer and it looks good. That's why I didn't pull it up, Stacy, is just in case. Well, first off, for copyright, because they'll pull the stream right off. You know, Sony doesn't want that trailer on this stream. But I mean, I could have muted it. I think it would have been okay. But yeah, just in case you didn't see it, I like for people to be able to check it out. And sometimes I don't even like to watch the trailers. So like for me, sometimes I just, you know, I try my best. Dude, I'll tell you this. When Trap came out with Josh Hartnett, I did so well not watching the trailer. I had no idea what was going on in that movie. None. And I was proud of myself. I had somehow avoided it. 1 week before Trap comes out, it's in front of a movie I went and saw and gave away a lot. That movie would have been so much better if they wouldn't have given that whole thing away in the trailer. I know it wasn't like the big twist, but still, it would have worked so much better if there wouldn't have even been that much information in the trailer. Brad Cormack says, I don't think another Hot Toys Venom happens. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you, Brad, to be honest with you. Like, I think the one we have is, like, great. You know, it's great. And we're getting the video game Venom. I mean, again, unless they're going to do a full Tom Hardy face sculpt or head sculpt, I'm with you, man. I don't see it happening either. I would like to see it. I'd like to see, like I told you, I'd like to see Eddie Brock out of the Venom. I don't even want to call it a suit, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know if that'd be a 2-pack or what, but that'd be cool. We got the legend himself, Connor. I just spit everywhere. My Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank goodness this isn't 3D. We got Connor in the building. Hot Toys Hotline. What is going on, Connor? It's good to see you. He says the GOAT. Nah, man. That's you. Connor is killing it right now. I've seen a lot of his. He's been doing a lot of stuff with shorts on YouTube, so go check out his channel. Also does a live stream that I've been lucky enough to be on. He's also doing a custom of McCready that I can't wait to see the final product of, man. I've seen a little bit of it. Doing awesome, man. Movie Canon says, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, dude, of course, man. I don't even consider it a shout out, really. I just consider it like a, appreciation of not only you being here, but also, want to make sure people know where you're at as well. You're doing a lot of good stuff with streams, so I appreciate it, man. We got Valkyrie Magnus in the building, everybody. He's saying Justin with 8 exclamation points. I'm counting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's 5 or 6. Valkyrie, thank you for being here, man. I truly appreciate it. We're just talking Venom. We're about to talk about Hot Toys T-800. And we're just having a good time. We're just vibing on a Friday night. This is the first episode of my new stream called Casual Friday. And it's just some dudes hanging out talking figures, man. Talking movies. Movies/figures. I'm putting movies in front of figures because I want it to be a hybrid. So just like we're doing today, we're talking about the Venom trailer. We're talking about the Venom movies. We're talking about if we're going to get some figures from it. We might go a little deeper. If they have like a popcorn bucket, we might throw a popcorn bucket in here every once in a while, man. I'm kind of jealous. I've seen some great popcorn buckets this year, man. I'm telling you, we better thank Dune because Dune has brought back the popcorn bucket in insane fashion. So thank you, Dune franchise, for that. Movie Canon and everybody just saying hey to each other. That's what I love to see in the chat, man. Great community here. Great people in the chat tonight. I truly appreciate it. My boy Hot Toys Hotline says, Justin, you are the GOAT, and I appreciate the kind words, bro. You are a natural host. I appreciate that, Connor. And like I said, I don't want to get too mushy on this, man, but Connor was one of the first people to ask me to be on, and that's funny because Gio is as well. Those are two of the first guys that asked me to be on the stream when I started getting on YouTube. So I'll forever be grateful for that, man. So thank you guys, and thank you for being here, man. I know it's a Friday night, but for me, it's like, hey, man, let's talk some movies. Let's talk some toys. Let's talk some collectibles on a Friday night. So I'm happy that you're here, man, and taking the time to comment. I really do appreciate it. Mitchell Lawrence says, I love Dune and the Dune lore. Mitchell, I'm telling you, Dune 2 was I'm trying my best not to throw around masterpiece, because I feel like we're throwing it around too much. Not you, Mitchell, but I think I've been throwing it around a lot lately. I'm like, oh, this figure's a masterpiece. This movie trailer. I'm telling you, man, Dune 2 might be it. I don't know. You got to wait. You got to wait on these movies. You got to wait 10 years. I always say you truly got to wait 10 years before you know if it's truly a masterpiece or not. But it feels like it could get there. And I'm very excited to see what they do with the third one. Very excited. Hot Toys Hotline says, wouldn't want to miss it, dude. Truly appreciate it, man. Truly appreciate it. All right, let's kick it over. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We talked about Venom. If anybody wants to say anything else about Venom, I'll still talk about Venom. But let's kick it over to Arnold, baby. Let's go. It's Arnold. Before we even get into T-800, can we just talk about what Arnold did for us, man, in the movies? Look at the characters this dude's gave us. I mean, he's given us iconic turns in movies like Predator, Terminator, Terminator 2. Hell, Terminator 3. I'll take Terminator 3 over most of the stuff coming out today. I'll be honest with you. Running Man. I mean, Jingle All the Way, guys. Christmas classic. This dude's giving it all. I know I'm missing a ton of movies from him. I don't want to go on and on. But we could. Somebody said this in the comments of my video. They said, I want what they're doing with Clint Eastwood collection and what Sly Stallone's shop is doing with like all the iconic Sylvester Stallone characters. That's what they want from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I could not agree more. We need an Arnold line of figures, man. Not only do we need Terminator 1 Terminator, but we need the Running Man. We need Total Recall. We need Junior. No, I'm just playing. I don't know, man. You know what's crazy? I might get that figure. Any Junior fans out there? Danny DeVito? Wait, is that twins? Were they in both those together? I don't know, man. But it's Arnold, man. I'm telling you, man. We were talking about movie stars earlier. If you're just now joining us, we were talking about movie stars earlier. Arnold Schwarzenegger in my lifetime. You know, I'm a 90s kid. In my lifetime, and again, man, I was like literally a kid. Like I had like one digit age. And even for me, this dude was the biggest of the stars, man. This dude, I don't think, we do appreciate it, but I just don't think we realize like how that was such a fleeting time. Like we don't have that. He could have been on anything. Like back then you just threw an actor on a poster and you called it a night. I mean, that 50 million opening weekend. There was a movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger and was twins with Danny DeVito. They were twins in a movie, and people just were like, yeah, of course. Yeah. Here's my money. Here's my money for twins. I'll take you know what? I'll buy 2 tickets because I want to support this guy. Thank you for this film. And I'm telling you, man, I love the dude. He's a great actor. I mean, well, yeah, he's a great movie star. Great actor, I think, as well. But we need all these figures, man. We need all these figures. Let me know in the comments below, what is the one Arnold Schwarzenegger? You can't pick Terminator. You can't pick Terminator. And I don't even know if Terminator would be my number one, but I'm just saying, since we're talking about it right now, you can't pick it. What is the number one character you would want a figure of from Arnold's filmography? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to know. All right. Mitchell Lawrence, let's get to this real quick, though, because he said, I was blown away by the first Dune film. Both are definitely masterpieces. You know, the first one is better now that I've seen the second one, as weird as that sounds. I felt like the first one, I really wasn't understanding what the hell was going on. Now that I understand more of the lore, like you said, it's kind of like Lord of the Rings in a way. Like, the Hobbit movies were I was kind of lost in the Hobbit, man. The Hobbit trilogy. But because, obviously we got that whole Lord of the Rings trilogy before it, I revisited and started picking up some stuff. But Lord of the Rings as well. I mean, we go on and on. Darren 2501 is in the building. What is up, Darren? Thank you so much for being here, man. He says, I want a Conan figure so bad. Yeah. Hey, there's some statues out, but we need a figure. We need a figure as well. Kenny Lang says, The Sixth Day was always one of my favorite Arnold films. Dude, I remember, I could be totally wrong, but I remember going and seeing, I think it was Toy Story 2. I'm going to be wrong on this because I'm going to mix this up with something else. I just remember it was a big deal back in the day to go to like a big theater. Like we had a local theater. We always went to it. But to go to like a big AMC theater or something like that was kind of a big deal for me growing up. And we would go see the big ones. Like I remember going to see Toy Story 2 there, some other films. I know that one came out like early 2000s maybe. And I just remember the poster, man, of The Sixth Day. And it was either The Sixth Day. You know what? It might have been... What's that one where he like literally fights Satan at the end? End of Days. It might have been End of Days, actually. Anyway, I went on a little bit of a rant there. But I'm just telling you, man, it was just him on the damn poster. That's it. That's all it ever was. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger on a poster. And just like I was talking about Van Damme earlier, it's like Van Damme, all you had to say was like, all right, this time he's going to Canada in this one, and he's fighting somebody. In this one, he's going to Phoenix, Arizona. He's going to kick somebody's ass. He's going to Thailand in the next one. And that's all we needed to know. We're like, oh, shit. Wait, he's going to play a goalie in Sudden Death? He's going to fight people in that? I mean, don't even get me going on this Van Damme stuff, dude. Mr. Lord says we need the Running Man. Absolutely. I love the Running Man so much. I love that movie, man. Kenny Lang says, End of Days. Thank you, Kenny. End of Days. End of Days. Thank you, Kenny. Mr. Lord says, we need a camouflage Muddy Dutch from Predator. Absolutely. 110%. I couldn't agree more. Hot Toys Hotline says, one of my favorite actors of all time. Turbo Man, Dutch, the Kindergarten Cop, bro. How can I forget? One of the great films. I love Kindergarten Cop. Dude, the villain in Kindergarten Cop. The villain in Kindergarten Cop is one of the greatest villains. He looks like he doesn't even belong in the damn movie. He's got like a ponytail. Great villain, dude. And great movie, man. Really tackles some tough subject matter too, man. It's a comedy, but it gets dark. But that is a great movie. Hot Toys Hotline votes are coming in for what Arnold Schwarzenegger figure we want, and we got Hot Toys Hotline saying Conan. Movie Canon says, I try to watch End of Days or play it in the background every New Year's Eve. That's awesome, dude. I like that. Mitchell says, yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger is that action star. Absolutely. Valkyrie says Dutch. I think I'm with you, man, because I missed out on that first one. I believe they made it. I know NECA's got one as well that looks really good. Oh, man. Hot Toys Hotline says, I want an armored Mr. Freeze. Easy #1. Hey, I'm not mad at you for that. I'm not mad at you. That would be great. Mitchell says, I really want to camouflage Muddy Dutch from Predator. Yes. Have I read that already? Oh, yeah. Well, he just was telling me again. With the weapons and the traps. Yes, dude. Dude, can I be real with you? Was anybody a fan of Predators with Adrian Brody? I thought that movie kicked ass, dude. I love that movie. And I know they've made figures of that movie, dude. I think his name was Royce. Dude, he was a badass in that. Like, after seeing him in some of these other films, dude, see Adrian Brody going out there and kicking some Predator ass was pretty good, man. But I tell you, Topher Grace was a bitch in that movie. I mean, he played the part good, but damn, hated that character. Hot Toys Hotline says, I just got my Muddy Dutch, getting it repainted and having all the weapons made, both spear. See, dude, that's the next level of collecting that I haven't reached, Connor. I haven't reached custom level stuff yet, but I can't wait to see what you do with it, man. You're going to have to let me know. The McCready is one that I feel like I'm going to have to custom make to make it worth adding to my collection. Based on your review and some of the other reviews, man, I'm going to be honest, I was a little let down with it, but it's a McCready. I'm still going to get it, but I definitely want to do some custom work to it. Mitchell Lawrence says, Hot Toys Hotline, cool. I have the NECA version. A lot of guys talking about Predators. Geo knows what's up. Predators was fun. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not going to change lives or anything, but it's a fun movie. And Hot Toys Hotline says, I like Predators. Yeah, the only Predator movie I think that we don't like is Alien vs. Predator 2, and then maybe that newest one from Shane Black, which I couldn't believe wasn't good. I thought that was going to be an easy banger right there. Brad Cormack says, I want a Commando figure too. All right. Let's talk about T-800, but we're going to come back to this because I want to talk about the villain from Commando. Might be the wildest villain ever in an 80s action film, and we need a figure. We absolutely do. Movie Can says, Adrian Brody got all bulked up to kick some Predator's ass. Yeah, he did, dude. He really did, man. Mitchell says, yeah, Predators is good. I love the concept of being on a different planet. I did too. I really liked that. It really now I will say there was a few scenes in there. It was just like the first one where the guys they basically just decide to go fight the Predator one-on-one. And I get that it's like an honor thing, but man, what a weird decision there. What a weird decision. Hot Toys Hotline says, yes, sir. I'll have the video done once my last two pieces are done for McCready. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Hot Toys Hotline says AVP2 is good only because of Wolf. Yeah, if you could just watch it on mute, yeah, it's pretty good. But you can't see shit in that movie, man. That movie's so dark. Like every scene is like in a cave or something, dude. I can't see anything. Hot Toys Hotline says, but 2018 The Predator is trash. Absolutely. That is such a weird case of like, I can't believe that movie was that bad. The villain from Commando was Kano from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Captain Bennett. Yep. All right. So let's talk about this T-800. Okay. I already have. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on this simply because I do have a video. If you want to check that out afterwards, I kind of went over my thoughts on it, but I had to pull it up because it is a gigantic announcement. For me, I mean this announcement for me is one of the bigger announcements since I've been collecting Hot Toys. And I always tell this to people. It's like, dude, if I can only collect like certain IPs, this is what I would really want to collect is like movies from my favorite action movies and horror movies from like the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Like that whole time period for horror, action, sci-fi, whatever, that would probably be my wheelhouse of what I'd want in my collection. Don't get me wrong. I love Star Wars. Okay. I love Marvel. I love Batman, the whole deal. I'm still going to pick up those pieces, but I'm really liking the direction I'm seeing some companies going. And I'm liking how Hot Toys is kind of responding with some really good figures. And I just can't wait, man. Caustic Plastic doing some, Jean-Claude Van Damme figures. They're doing some Universal Monsters. So very excited. Yeah, exactly. Hot Toys Hotline talking about how dark AVP2 is. Season 8 of Game of Thrones. We need a light shining on your TV to see it. Yeah, dude. Mitchell Lawrence says, hold on here, Mitchell. I respect this take, but I disagree with it so much. But I respect this take a lot. I honestly think AVP2 is underrated. But at least we got a badass Predator and great pretty. See, that's the thing is like if you can appreciate it for like the creature design and stuff, I totally am with you on that. I'm just talking about from a film, like from a movie perspective, dude. It's just, I don't know, man. It was rough. And I'll be honest with you, I watched it one time and that was enough for me. But I love when you just saying that and talking about these creature designs, I kind of want to watch it again, and I'm going to get a flashlight out like Connor said. I'm going to try to give it a watch. Brick Artemis, Predator figure being announced soon. Brick, I'm telling you, dude, you've been right lately. Dude. I know you've been right. So I'm thinking we're getting it. I mean, I'm really hoping. And Brad Cormack says, I've wanted to go back and pick up a T-800 1.0. So glad that I waited. Yes. I've been like Marty McFly is one that I always talk about. Like I know that one came out pretty recently, but it's just hard for me to go back and get these, knowing that there's a potential. And it's not like we're we're getting so much stuff that it's not that hard to wait because we just have so much shit being thrown at us. Not shit. I mean, some of it's really good. Movie Cannon and Brick talking a little bit. This is what I want to say. I want to see a Brick Artemis review of the Feral Predator. Guys, Connor, Brick, when we get our feral predators in, if we get it around the same time, let's all jump on together on a stream. We got to talk Predator. We got to talk feral predator. That figure is going to be a grail, man. I'm telling you, that figure is going to be insane. Love the movie. Can't wait for the figure. Brick says I'll definitely be getting it. Valkyrie talking to Brick. Mitchell Lawrence says the Jungle Hunter Predator Hot Toys teased is definitely coming now after this T-100. Yes, I think that's what Brick's talking about too, Mitchell. I think when we saw this come out, we're like, okay, now we're for sure getting the Predator, you know. And I'm hoping that looks as good as we're hoping it's going to look, and can't wait to get that. Hot Toys Highline says triple live unboxing coming. Yeah, you know it, man. Mitchell with all the takes tonight. I hate the Prey Predator design. I normally would be with you on that, but I felt like this Predator, if I remember correctly, was kind of a newer Predator. And I feel like it fit the time period for some reason. I don't know. I liked how they went a whole different route with it. I was actually okay with the design because we already got the really cool, like classic looking Predators and all these other films, especially in 2 where you see like 20 of them like hanging out with Danny Glover. But I'm actually cool with the design, Mitchell, to be honest with you. But I respect your decision or your opinion on it. But I like the design, man. I don't know what it is. I just like it. Brick says I am in. Look who it is, man. It's Christian, always searching for the Grail Cooper, man. What's up, Justin? Christian is one of the Christian truly appreciates the hunt. He doesn't want a figure at retail. He doesn't want it if you can pick it up off a shelf. He doesn't want it if you can pre-order it. He only wants it when you can't find it and it's being sold for 3 times retail value. And I respect that a lot. What's up, Christian? Thank you so much for being here, man. Hot Toys Hotline saying, Mitchell, you got to stop. Yeah, I will say, Mitchell, you're giving us a lot of good stuff to talk about, dude. So keep the takes coming, man. I love hearing some different takes. Hot Toys Hotline said the feral predator was the first hunt on Earth. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't remember that. I need to rewatch that movie, Connor. I've watched it twice, but it's been a while since I've seen it. Brick says I love the design personally. Yeah, man, I do too, Brick. Christian Cooper says facts. Thanks again for being here, man. Hot Toys Hotline saying Christian Crosshair Cooper. I think it was Reverse Zeo that got that for you, man. So shout out to Reverse Zeo on that. And Mitchell Lawrence, I'm telling you, man, Mitchell, it's 4 a.m. I think where he's at, dude, and he's just coming in with the takes, bro. I love it. He says Hot Toys Hotline, the face design is terrible under the mask. Okay. He's gross. I love it. Yes. And then Christian says Connor needs to change my name. So look, we got this, and we'll flip it over to this picture next. We've been on this picture for a while. So here's the TV. I just wanted to look at this damn sculpt for a second, dude. This is something I didn't really go over a ton in my video. Is I didn't really dive deep into this picture, and I picked this picture for a reason because I just think that this sculpt right here, dude, I'm getting so much Arnold, and this sculpt is just absolutely insane, dude. This is like the fact that that's an LED. Or I think this is LED light up eye bulb here. Eyeball. That the skin, I mean, the stuff that Hot Toys is doing lately with these sculpts, if you look at the cheek here, the cheek definition, it's always funny because on my videos, I'm like, look at the neck. Look at the neck. Look at the Adam's apple. Look at the detail. Look at the eyebrows. But seriously, dude, like when you see a great figure, and you can say what you want about Hot Toys. I know they have stuff that gets on our nerves. I get it. But dude, they are absolutely killing it lately with these sculpts. I mean, it is absolutely insane the quality we're getting. And I know that the figures are going up in price and all this, but $350 for this deluxe, you get 2 different head sculpts, you get an insane base, you get a ton of accessories, dude. This to me is an insane value in my opinion. I know that's hard to say for like a figure that's $350, $400 all in after everything. But it's Terminator, man. It's T-800. It's battle damaged, you know. I just think the sculpt is insane, dude. I really do. And you know, yeah, I'm a bit of a prisoner of the hype right now. I'm a prisoner of it. It is what it is, but it looks amazing to me. It looks amazing. Hot Toys Hotline says, yep, LED eye and 1 rolling eye. Yeah, dude, I mean, come on, man. That's incredible. Kenny Lang says, great sculpt. I agree, man. And it's funny, Kenny's got the sunglasses on there. And in my video, I was like, man, I wish we could get the sunglasses. Somebody in the comments reminded me of the accuracy of it, that the sunglasses were broke, and totally get it. But dude, do we get do we get? Bear with me for a second here, because I'm gonna share my screen on this. Do we get this? If I had to pick one, so let me know in the comments below what Terminator 2 figure you want next. I know everybody's gonna say T-1000, so somebody surprise me with something. But what if we got this? What if we got? I'm trying to find a good picture of this, and I think y'all might agree with me on this, man. Y'all might. All right, let me see if I can share my screen. Let me go here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen here because I think when I show you this, we are going to be on the same page here. Let me move this around here. Let me add a screen share. And let's go. Nope, we don't want that. We want this. Wow. Did that just overtake my whole there we go. What do we think of this? Let me minimize myself here. I would love to get this with the Rose accessories, man. Let me know who else is on board. Let me know who else is on board with this. I would be ecstatic for this. Like the sunglasses, the Rose, maybe a 6-scale motorcycle. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Get caught up on a few comments here real quick. Christian Cooper says, I also got waitlist conversion for Jake Sully. You don't say. Jake Sully, man. The more I'm hanging out with this figure, Christian, the more I think it's underrated, man. The more I think it's underrated. And I got Natiri still in box. I got Natiri here. I'm going to unbox her over the weekend. Going to pose them up a little bit, throw it up on the gram, and it'll be cool. I'm not saying you should get it, but it's got issues, but it's still a like really cool figure. Justin, should I pull the trigger? You got to make your own decisions, Christian. I would say if you're a big fan of Avatar, I would. If you're kind of like not really, I think you're going to find some issues with it. But if you're a fan of the movie and you just want that representation on your shelf, I think it's worth it. But just know that there is some issues with it, with like the exposed joints, and it feels it's a heavy figure. It feels a little plasticky, but you have to get the deluxe, in my opinion. I feel like the deluxe is the way to go. Mitchell Lawrence says, how you figure the witching hour does something to me. I know, man. You're coming out with the takes tonight, dude, and I love it. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. That's what we're doing, a Friday night stream, man. I feel like everybody's kind of, weekend's just getting started. Everybody's a little relaxed, man. That's why we're calling this show Casual Friday for people joining us. Episode 1, Casual Friday. Hot Toys Hotline says, I want a John Carter and artist and Sarah Connor. Yes. I think we can all agree we want Sarah Connor like in the army gear and stuff, right? I mean, I would take any version, but, even like in the psych ward and stuff. But, I mean, that's the version we want, I would assume. Darth Tamaris is in the building, everybody. What is up, Darth Tamaris? Good to have you in the chat, man. Thank you so much for being here, truly. I appreciate it. I know there's a ton of stuff you could be doing on a Friday night, and you choosing to come in and saying what's up means a lot to me. Says, what's up, brother? What are your plans for displays? That Millsbow looks full, dude. It's getting more. It's getting more, man. I'm going to add... I've been thinking about adding some floating shelves behind me to showcase a few, but I think I'll probably just put posters there. And I got some room on the sides here. That'll be like my showcase shelf, I guess, for streams. And then I got some stuff on the sides here that'll work as I'll probably get another Millsbow, but I'm starting to kind of come around to some of the monos because of the lights. These lights, I mean, you can see the top lights, dude. They're already falling apart. I got to get stronger tape. Let me know in the comments below what tape I need, because I am having a hell of a time keeping these LED lights on. John Connor, a motorcycle, 100% break. That would be insane. But that would be insane. I actually brought the Rose box for my present Toys Clean. That's awesome, dude. I just want that. That scene, dude, is so badass. Could you imagine going and seeing this movie? Not knowing You just saw the first one. You're thinking to yourself, dude, what if you went into it not knowing that Arnold Schwarzenegger was the hero of this one? Like, that whole scene would have just been absolutely insane if you didn't know that. Brad says, hell yeah. Christian Cooper says, that's his intro Mortal Kombat. Hell yes, dude. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Hot Toys Hotline says, his motorcycle is a Harley Fat Boy. Would love to see it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I would love to have that. I would love to have that. That whole chase sequence still holds up to the same. One of the best chase sequences in film. Christian Cooper says, I need to sell my old one. Yeah, I mean, if you got the older, I mean, I will say, man, are you planning on getting a Tiri? Like, I feel like it's one of those ones that after you get both of them, it's pretty expensive, but I feel like they really go well together. Again, I haven't opened up an Tiri, but I've seen other people with them both together with the deluxe bases. It looks great. Just some people talking. We got Mitchell Lawrence says, I do want a T-800 with shades and the minigun as well. Yeah, dude, that'd be sick. Movie Canon say T-1000 with helicopter. Wow. That would be a logistical nightmare, but I love the passion, dude. I love the passion. We need an accurate looking Sarah Connor. Yeah, we do, man. What an iconic role that I feel like gets like kind of overlooked in a weird way. I feel like that performance, not by, us or anything, because we're super into this stuff, but it's just like, obviously you remember the T-1000, the T-800, you remember all that great stuff, but it's really anchored by her performance, man. I mean, her and John in this movie, Edward Furlong, man, he crushes it, dude. Kenny Darth Tamara says, how you figure? I went with custom lights from Luke Lights. Yeah, that's the next stage, man. I mean, I'm kind of, you're seeing the early stages of someone who's kind of learning as he goes with displays and lights and all that. So that's the next stage. I've come a long way. I have a case now. Used to just have shelves. I'm moving up, Darth Tamaris. But I'll take a look at those Luke Lights. I've been hearing good things. Kenny Lang says the motorcycle to the Batman figure would be a good substitute for this figure. Dude, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea if you have that. And we're going to talk about the Batman here in a second. We're going to talk about the sequel. T-1000 with the police biker gear helmet. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Yeah. If they could find a way to give you the frozen part, like maybe some frozen parts, that would be sick. Christian says, I'll just get Jake if I do. All right. I respect that. Christian. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get rid of this screen share. I'm going to go back to our last picture here, and then we're going to wrap up my thoughts on the Terminator. If you want to see my full thoughts on it again, I have that video on my channel. It's my most recent upload, so definitely after the stream, go check it out if you would like. This just looks so awesome, dude. The battle damage, the head sculpt. Again, I can't get over the fact that we're getting this, and we're getting the accessories we're getting with it, iconic accessories. We're getting the thumbs up. We're getting Arnold, man. I want more Arnold. I know all of us want more Arnold. We need more Arnold. I'll take Hey Arnold. That's how much Arnold I want. I'll take Football Head. Yeah, I'll take a Gerald figure as well while you're at it. Maybe a Helga. Mondo, are you listening? Mondo seems like the company. Maybe Super 7? Give us that Hey Arnold line. All right, we can't go on that. We can't. That's a whole nother stream. I was getting excited, man. Taking me back to the Stoop. Stoop Kid. Can we get a Stoop Kid in the chat? Who remembers Stoop Kid, man? We're having fun. 5 people just left. They said, you know what? I tried to watch this dude, but he started talking, Hey Arnold. And I'm more of a Fairly Odd Parents type of guy. Obi-Wan's Attic. That is a badass name, dude. Obi-Wan's Attic. That is nice. I just want to let that marinate a little bit. I love it. Ha, Football Head. Yeah. Dude, Hey Arnold went so hard, man. What a great show. Mr. Lawrence. Yeah, we get the reference. Yeah, I love that. I'm glad I could say some references. We pick up on it. Kenny Lang knows what's up. A classic. A classic, says Kenny Lang. Connor, you know Connor. Hold up, Connor. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Let's cut the damn music for a second. Don't bullshit me, man. Mondo teased Real Monsters figures today. Oh my God. Is there, okay, before I even look this up, was there any imagery, or was it just like text? Did they show anything? I follow them on Instagram, dude. I can't believe I didn't see that. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, I'm telling you, Mondo's doing stuff that nobody else is doing. I'm telling you, man, I might start collecting, because I'm just telling you, like, I'm to the point where I'm almost like IP driven as opposed to quality driven. I feel like my my journey so far has been like, I got to get the best bang for my buck. I really am kind of like starting to get better about curating and being like, okay, I'd rather have this on my shelf though. So even if it's like lesser quality, those IPs are insane, dude. Thanks for no problem, man. Thank you for coming in with a name like that and commenting so we could all see it. I appreciate it. Obi-Wan's attic. Didn't even know how Obi-Wan had a damn attic. Kenny Lang says, I could live off SpongeBob and Hey Arnold reruns. Dude, I'm telling you, man, those shows were ahead of its time. I mean, I know that everybody that gets older, we're always like, oh my gosh, dude, when I grew up, we had the best shows. But like, for real, man, there was a lot of great programming on like Nickelodeon, did like really great classic shows, cartoons and stuff, man. So we were kind of spoiled a little bit. We had some really good stuff we got to watch. Hot Toys Hotline says they didn't say what scale, but they did. All right, dude, I can't wait. I'll be on the lookout for that. Dart Tomorrow says, how do you figure we don't reach our final form until we have a wall of Maju cases? Yeah, dude. Somebody was saying, like, dude, if you move that couch, you could have 4 Mills bows back there. I was like, damn it. Mills bows and figures or couch? That's the question. Hot Toys Hotline says there's a teaser photo. Yes. Oh my God. We're going to look at that in a minute. Rocco's Modern Life needs to be done. Dude, did anybody ever buy those Nick boxes? They were like Nickelodeon mystery boxes. They were like a quarterly thing. I used to buy them. Like one of them had like a Good Burger. One of them had like the Good Burger outfit. I've gotten some. One stream we'll talk about this. This is giving me a really good idea for a stream. We're going to talk some Nickelodeon, and we're going to talk some collectibles from Nickelodeon, because I got some, and I like to show them to people on this stream, and y'all tell me that everything's going to be okay. We got Brick Artemis in the building. Well, he's been in the building, but he's saying something in the building now. Mondo is where it's at. I'm going that route here soon. Brick, I thought about you, man, when I was thinking about that animated series Spider-Man line. I know you're interested in that, I would assume. But yeah, dude, Mondo, look, I used to collect Mondo posters and stuff, dude. So I know the quality that Mondo's capable of. I'm just hoping, they had that whole thing. I think Funko bought them out there for a while. There was like a whole thing with that. So I'm interested to see. I hope the quality continues, because they're getting some really cool IPs. Mitchell Lawrence says, wasn't Real Monsters on Nickelodeon back in the day? I believe so. It's been so long, but yeah, I think it's a Nickelodeon show. Obi-Wan's Addict says, definitely, I agree. I collect what I love. Here's hoping for T-1000 Ripley and Original Predator. You're speaking of everybody in this chat. I know that Connor, Brick, all of us, we want those 100%. And I know more people do as well. I just don't want to speak for everybody. But Mitchell Lawrence says 80s, 90s, early 2000 cartoons were great. They were. I'm getting all warm and fuzzy, man, thinking about it, man. Good times there. Good times. Hot Toys bringing out the classics, bro. Cat Dog, Rocco's Modern Life, Action League Now, Rocket Power, Rugrats. Dude, I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to go live action. I'm going Keenan and Kel. I'm going all that. Bro. What was that? It was like Salute My Shorts or something. Wasn't that a show? Or that was like a little like clip from something? Pete and Pete or something, or Petey and Peter. The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Mitchell Lawrence says Rocco was cool. Oh, dude, Brick. Rocco was cool. But right here, this is real shit right here. Rocket Power. If they did figures for Rocket Power, bro, Bro, listen. Brick knows what's going to get me off track. He says, "You know what? I don't like where this stream's headed, so let's get him to go on another rant." And he was right, because I'm not going to even apologize for this. We are going to we're going to open this up here. Cuz could you imagine this? All right, let's just share the screen, damn it. Just share the damn screen. I'm going to share some rocket power here. I know that this isn't pretty. I'm going on the fly, guys. We're like editing on the fly here. Let me make myself so it looks a little less goofy. Let's do this. Look at this, man. On the fly editing, dude. You're getting to see the whole show, man. You're getting a peek behind the Wizard of Oz's curtain tonight. All right. That's a really small picture, you guys. But yeah. Could you imagine these figures, man? Like true 6 scales of these figures, if like a company like Mondo, Super 7, the reason I keep saying Super 7, I know they don't, but like they did a really good job with some of those like Disney figures, and I know they're like not really posable and stuff, but they look really good like on a shelf. That just looks so good to me, man. I pre-ordered Nada from They Lived. They would. Yep, that's actually a pre-order. Those timed pre-orders are getting me, dude. I missed out on the McCready. Wasn't going to miss out on the Nada. You speak for me too, Justin, says Valkyrie. Thanks, Valkyrie. I'm glad that we're all in agreement on the classicness of these movies and shows. Mitchell says we definitely need a Ripley. I would love a Prometheus engineer too. Dude, I really would too, man. That would be kind of sick, man. I wasn't the biggest fan of Prometheus, but it had some big ideas that I still think about today. Like, the movie had a lot of flaws, but the engineer stuff was aesthetically pleasing. Like, that was some cool character design. Brick Artemis says, bro, give me some Boy Meets World figures of 6 scale Topanga. Bro, I got to meet Eric Matthews, Will Friedle, voice actor extraordinaire, at a Comic-Con. And we didn't get to talk much, but that was cool. I was wearing my Boy Meets World shirt. He said, hey, cool. And I said, hey, thanks. He said, you want to take a picture? I said, yep. Took a picture, gave him $50. He said, all right, see ya. I said, all right, man. His line was busy, so I think he had to, no disrespect to him. He had to keep the line moving, but I was a little nervous too, to be honest with you, because I like grew up with Boy Meets World. It's like one of my all-time favorite shows. Still holds up today. Still hilarious. All right, I'll just give you all a little hint. Later on in October, we're going to talk about the And Then There Was Sean episode of Boy Meets World. So you heard it here first on this stream. We're going to do a deep dive. One of the best episodes of television ever made. Christian Cooper says, Ben 10 and Ed's Declassified. Don't hate me, Christian. I really don't think I've watched those shows, man. I really don't think I watched those shows. This I have watched, though, Legends of the Hidden Temple. And this is what's so cool, man. Like, different, you can kind of tell, like, people that grew up in different, even though we might be like 5s, who knows what year apart we are in age. But it's just so cool hearing, like, people, seeing the shows that kind of cross generations and stuff. I feel like SpongeBob's kind of done that. SpongeBob's done that. Some other shows have done that. Boy Meets World definitely has as well, I think. Hot Toys on it says Nita Tito. Absolutely, man. Can't forget Wild Thornberries would collect everything. Listen, if they started doing Nickelodeon stuff, dude, I'd have to retire from the hobby because I'd be buying so much stuff. That's like true nostalgia. Like, that's true. Like, you remember eating your bowl of cereal. Life was good. All you had to worry about that day was maybe making your bed. That's it. You just got to watch TV, man. And you got to watch some great cartoons. Brick Artemis says, give me a 6 scale Reptar. Dude, Brick, you know what's funny, man? I could see like you on stream with that figure right behind you. Like, I can picture it like vividly. Like, that would be, I know that would be the one you would show off, dude. That would be sick. Doug Funny. 1/6 Doug, aka Brick. He is talking about the Doug Funny. My gosh. Patty Mayonnaise and Doug. What a show. Story of the year. Story of the year. Malgus for Emperor, dude. I've been just reading the chat. Malgus for Emperor is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here, Malgus. I truly appreciate it, man. Means the world to me that you showed up for episode 1 of Casual Friday. Hot Toys Hotline, just with the fire emoji. Sometimes that's all you need, man. I don't know if that's to me or to somebody else, but I'll take it. Christian Cooper says, I'm 26. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like that was probably like I'm older than you. So that's I'm I'm older than that. And I don't even care what my giving out my age, but I like to have the mystery. Some people think I'm 53, some people think I'm 29. I'm somewhere in the middle. Mitchell Lawrence says, but 80s cartoons rule. Oh, dude, don't. Yeah, 80s cartoons. Again, I grew up in the 90s. Like I was a kid in the 90s growing up watching cartoons, but trust me, man, 80s I know brought the heat. Look at all these visionaries, Jason, the Wheeled Warriors, to name a few. Dude, that's some deep cut shit right there. Don't even get me started on the 80s and 90s anime manga. Damn, dude. Okay, Mitchell. Dude, Mitchell is bringing it tonight, bro. Mitchell is bringing it tonight. Christian Cooper saying SpongeBob goated. This is one that's crossed over generations. SpongeBob has crossed over generations. Keanu Reeves was in a SpongeBob movie, by the way. So you know it's an absolute banger if Keanu Reeves decides to jump in. Let me stop this screen share. Let me go back to another scene here. And we are going to wrap it up. Well, we're not going to wrap it up. But our last topic is here it is right here. I want to talk a little bit about this. But let's keep the comments coming. But we're going to be talking about the Batman. Matt Reeves, the director of the Batman, said that he's wanting to do a trilogy. And so I really want to get everybody's opinion, not only from the movie perspective, but also potential figures we're going to get. We only have the Batman right now, and I think it's kind of wild that we don't have much else from that. So now that we're getting a sequel that's been delayed to 2026, but we're getting potentially a trilogy of films here. And I think that Matt Reeves definitely needs a trilogy because I feel like Matt Reeves is amazing director. And I feel like by the time you see his whole idea for the Batman, I think it's going to be brilliant. And I'm just going to tell you, I wasn't even a huge fan of the first The Batman. I'm going to be totally real with you. But I think that by the time he gets done with his trilogy, if he actually gets a trilogy, it's going to be insane. We're going to talk about it here in a second. But Kenny Lang says, who remembers Cousin Skeeter and Smart Guy? Dude, Smart Guy, TJ Henderson, bro. TJ Henderson out there just getting college degrees before he hits junior high. It's wild. Obi-Wan's Attic says, guess I'm old as F. My cartoons were like DuckTales and animated Batman. Hey, listen, animated Batman animated series, I'm all in on. I saw some DuckTales. Brick Artemis says, LMAO, I'm Doug now. That's your personality, man. You're now Doug because Connor said so. I'll take that as a compliment. It should be. He has a dog named Pork Chop. Could be worse. Hot Toys Hotline with the Hot Toy says Brick got me. Yeah, dude, Brick's bringing it tonight. Everybody's bringing it tonight in the chat. This is fun. I'm having fun. I honestly thought, like, when it first started, I was like, if I can just get through an hour, like, because there's, and shout out to everybody that was in there. There's like a few people in the chat early on. I said, if I can just get to an hour, like, it's gonna be fun. And now, dude, I've lost track of time because we're just having a ball here on a Friday night. Friday night hangout, man. Friday night vibes, dude. Let's get the music going again. Let's get the vibes going again. Let's pump it up a bit. Just vibe for a minute here. Dude, that royalty-free music, man. I'm telling you, man, that royalty-free music. It'll get you, it'll get the body moving. I'm Skeeter, it's okay. Man, y'all are just like y'all are going deep cut with this Doug stuff, man. I like it though. I like it. Mitchell Lawrence says 90 SWAT Cats, Count Duckla, DuckTales, Real Ghostbusters, TMNT. I mean, half of those I know. I've never heard of SWAT Cats, dude. Never heard of SWAT Cats. Brick coming out with the Street Sharks. You know it, Brick. They just started releasing those again, Brick. They just did a revamp of those. Brad Cormick says my daughter watched all those cartoons. Great taste, Brad. You're teaching your kids right, man. If you're teaching them these legendary cartoons, man. Brad's familiar. Valkyrie Magnus says G.I. Joe, Thundercats, Masters of the Universe, Transformers. Just great stuff, dude. 80s, 90s, everything. Hot Toys Hotline says, I'm glad we're getting Batman the Animated Series and animated Justice League figure. Need them all. Everybody go check out after the stream, of course. No, you can do it whenever. But Connor had this really cool video of like a... Connor, let me know in the comments what figure that was, but it was a Superman. Looked really good. Victor Freeze. Brick Artemis says, I really want Freeze for this. Justin, same. Finally, someone agrees. Yeah, man, we're on the same wavelength tonight, Brick. We're on the same wavelength tonight. Justin, can you be Dexter? Before I commit, I got to find out if that's who I think it is. Are you talking about from Dexter's Laboratory, bro? Cut the music. Cut the damn music. You asking if I'm going to be Dexter's Laboratory, bro? Let me know. I need to hear from you, Brick. Are you asking if I can be Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory? Before I answer, I have to know if that's who it is. And now we're going to talk about Cartoon Network for 5 hours. No, that's another great slate of cartoons. Mitchell Lawrence says early 2000s Justice League, Samurai Jack, the remastered He-Man, Batman of the future. Dude, this is like speaking my language, man. This is speaking my language. Anyone like Small Soldiers, bro. You know what's so insane is when Small Soldiers came out, that was like controversial. Like people were like, it was really controversial at the time. And I can't remember. I don't want to say it was insane because I can't remember why it was. If like something else was going on, but like it was kind of a controversial movie at the time when it came out. And so I just remember I was a kid and like I still watched it, and I was like, damn, this is cool. It's kind of like there for a while, the 90s were doing some weird shit with like obviously you have Child's Play, which is like the GOAT when it comes to like, toys coming to life. Well, Toy Story, but horror wise. And then, you had these ones where like, well, what can we do next? Oh, Small Soldiers. And it's like, well, what can we do next? Yeah, Indian in the Cupboard. They had all that stuff. I don't know if those were toys or what, but you had all that stuff. But Stacy says, hey, I go way back to Bugs Bunny. Hey, Space Jam. That crosses generations. Stacy. Great character. Great character. Hot Toys Hotline says, yep, S Hero animated Superman. Everybody go check out that video. That's a cool looking figure, man. That's a cool looking figure. Mitchell Lawrence says Small Soldiers was great. It's criminal that hasn't been a sequel. That'd be a cool sequel that they would make now. I feel like Tommy Lee Jones, man. By the way, does anybody else want? I mean, I know Tommy Lee Jones is probably too old for it, but dude, I love Men in Black. I think about like that. I know that they probably released like third party figures of that, but I would love if Hot Toys did Men in Black figures. That would be day one pre-order. Valkyrie Magnus says SWAT Cats is a fun show. Dude, what the hell is SWAT Cats? I have to know what the hell this show is, dude. Like, this show sounds insane. Brick says, bro, hell yes. Okay, so I'm Dexter's Laboratory. So y'all get to be Doug and Skeeter. And I'm not even in Nickelodeon family. Like, y'all don't even let me be a Nickelodeon character. Y'all have me going over there to freaking Cartoon Network. And you don't give me Johnny Bravo. You don't give me a Disney Channel character like I don't know who's, somebody from the Jersey. But you give me Dexter's Laboratory, bro. But he's a legend, so I'll take it. Whatever. Brick says we'll all be dressing up as cartoon characters for Halloween. That would be sick. That'd be a cool. That'd be cool. Just give me some ideas. I'll be in touch, Brick. I'll be in touch. Hot Toys Hotline says could be worse. Could be DD. Yeah. Okay. I won't complain. Hot Toys Hotline says love Small Soldiers so much. Yeah, dude. It's definitely a movie of its time. Like you go back and watch it, feels very like it's from that time. Hot Toys Hotline says there's a guy that makes custom Small Soldiers figures that are mind blowing but so pricey. Yeah, dude, I kind of want to see those now, but I don't want to be Kenny Lang bringing out absolute heat right here. Absolutely. Puppet Master was the OG toy movie. Yeah, Puppet Master was sick. Uh yeah, didn't mean any disrespect to Puppet Master Kenny. I totally agree. Puppet Master is sick, man. Dude, have you seen the Puppet Master NECA figures? The whole it's awesome what they did with that, man. Because that's a movie that like you would feel like wouldn't really get that type of treatment. And NECA just killed it. Major Chip Hazard was not playing nice. We got Christian Cooper saying, I want sugar and what sugar, water, more sugar. Insanely underrated performance. Absolutely brilliant performance. Like I can't like I don't even know if that was a performance. Like that really felt like it was he was an alien. It's incredible. The OG Men in Black is so good. The first Men in Black I think is one of the best movies of that genre ever. Like I think it mashes up sci-fi, action, adventure, comedy. That movie rocks, man. I love that movie. And plus the ride at Universal is a lot of fun. Valkyrie says, check out Macross plus a 4-episode miniseries anime. So if anybody's into anime, I don't really know what this is, to be honest with you, Valkyrie. But Brick Artemis says, if you look SWAT Cats up, you'll probably remember. I'm going to do this off camera because I feel like this is like a joke here. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Good old SWAT Cats. I do remember. I do remember now. You were right. Bro, Dexter's good. He was, man. He was. He really was. And the older we get, the more we side with him on everything. We're like, yeah, we get it. We get it, Dexter. Mitchell says Kenny Puppet Master was scary back in the day. Yeah, dude, Puppet Master is insane. It's really good. Hot Toys Hotline telling me I can be Courage. So we're just going off the rails here on a Friday night. We're absolutely going off the rails here, but I love it. I love it. Brick says yes, Courage is even better. So they're obviously about to switch my character. I'm about to have to pick up a new script, about to have to learn a whole new performance when I was just getting used to being Dexter. Brad Cormack, let me say this to Brad real quick. He says, great stream, Justin. I got to hit the rack, work in the morning. Brad, truly, man, I truly appreciate you being here, hanging out with us on a Friday night. I hope to see you next week for episode 2 of Casual Friday. Means the world to me, man. It truly does. Not only are you in here, but you're commenting, you're saying what's up. I truly appreciate it. And I know that we're primarily talking about like movies and then figures as well. So that was to see people coming in when I'm not just only talking about figures means a lot to me. It really, really does. Thank you. Brick Artemis says, I've recently watched Indian in the Cupboard with my kids. Still look at me. Is it Brick? I was curious to see if that one held up. I liked it as a kid, man. Like that was just kind of magical. That type of stuff, like toys coming to life, like it's just kind of magical, man. It tugged at the heartstrings. Tugged at the heartstrings, that's for sure. Obi-Wan's Attic says, love Men in Black. Honestly, I'd love to see some semi-cheese 90s movies figures made, i.e. Independence Day, maybe Armageddon. Dude, I think everybody's in agreement with this take. I think everybody's in agreement with this take. Obi-Wan's Attic. I would 100% get this, dude. Independence Day, man. That was like such a monumental movie for me. Like seeing that in theaters with my parents. Monumental movie going experience. Core memory, man. Core memory. Gosh, just bring it back. Bring a lot back. Bring a lot back. Got Armageddon. Dude, apparently Ben Affleck's got this on the Armageddon Criterion Collection DVD. He's got this he's doing a DVD commentary and he's like just ripping the movie, like talking about how like dumb it is and stuff. And it's like, but I think we'll all agree, yeah, it's dumb, but it's a hell of a time. We had a blast with it. Hot Toys Hotline says best character in Men in Black is Roach, dude. Edgar the Butt. Yeah, dude. Dude, there's so many great characters in Men in Black. I love that movie so much, man. I really do. Mitchell Lawrence says anime, Ninja Scroll, Wicked City. I can't name all these, but I'll name a few. Ghost in the Shell, DBZ. Obviously, I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar with One Piece, One Punch Man. Yeah, got some good anime there. Movie Canon says never seen Indian in the Cupboard. Does it have a happy ending? I feel like you've seen it, Gio. I feel like you know the answer to this. Feel like you know the answer. Always One Addict says, right. Movie Canon says, I'd get the alien from Independence Day. Dude, that alien design is amazing. I love that scene, dude. What was so cool about that movie is at the end, again, do I have to do spoiler? No, I'm not. The movie's been out too long. The cool thing about that movie, man, was that the ending scene, they take the guy that has been the action star. They take Will Smith, who's been like the guy the whole movie, and he crushes that role, by the way. And they put him and Jeff Goldblum in a very like it's like a chess match with him and that like head alien. And it's a very slow, like plotting scene. And then it cuts to Randy Quaid and all the action and stuff, and Bill Pullman, like all this different stuff. I loved that decision there to take Will Smith out of the like fighting stuff and Jeff Goldblum and to have them two share the screen in that moment for that scene. I love the final like 20 minutes of that movie. The whole movie's an absolute banger. I love the final 20 minutes of that movie. Love it. I think it's perfect. That movie's so damn good. I still like remember, dude. I love scenes in movies where like shit's hitting the fan and characters are discovering it for the first time. And Will Smith going and getting his newspaper and seeing people like packing up their cars to leave. That scene sticks with me, dude, to this day. I don't know. It's a small scene, it's a small moment, but it's a brilliant moment. And it tells you a lot about the character. It tells you a lot about the movie and everything. I love it. Brick Artemis says, Movie Canon says yes. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I forgot the ending. I thought it was sad, but maybe I'm thinking of a different movie. But that's why I thought Gio was messing with me, because I thought he was trying to trick people into seeing it because it's like this happy ending. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie. Obi-Wan's Addict says, I heard that about Affleck. It's still one of those films you can keep. Yeah, dude, I like it. The whole scene where they're drawing straws, dude, that still gets me. Dude. The fact that they hire these guys to do like it's just a cool movie. It's like I don't care, man. I turn my mind off with these Michael Bays. Michael Bay, dude, like I like his movies because they're just fun. I mean, I just like having fun with some of these, man. I don't think too much about it. Mitchell Lawrence says, I watched Independence Day in the cinema when it first came out. Dude, same here. It was one of those core movie memories for me. Like seeing that movie, that felt like a movie. That felt like a big time movie where like you're a kid, you're kind of looking up at the screen, got your popcorn, you got your soda. Great memory. Christian Cooper says, hello, boys. I'm back. What's up, Christian? Thanks for coming back. Man. Everybody do me a quick favor. I hate to be this guy, but if you're in the chat, would you mind hitting the thumbs up button for me? That would be awesome. We're going to be wrapping up here in the next 10, 15 minutes, but we're going to keep chatting for a little bit longer, and I'm going to mention a few more things, and then but it's not going to be like this thing where I'm giving you like 20 minutes of whatever. Like we're actually going to talk about a topic. But hit that like button if you wouldn't mind, just so that way when the replay does get out there, maybe a few more people can check it out. Valkyrie Magnus says Ninja Scroll definitely worth seeing. Definitely not a kids anime, dude. I'm just not into that stuff as much, man. And I haven't given it a chance, so I'm not disrespecting it. I haven't really watched anything, man. Let me know for a beginner, Valkyrie, for like a beginner, somebody who's only watched Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. Don't say nothing, Brick. You watch that too. All joking aside, for real, that's as deep as my anime goes. Let me know what I should start with. Now I watched Death Note, the movie on Netflix, and I really liked that, but I didn't see the anime. Brick Artemis says, okay, coolest hot toy would be Kid from ET on bike with a moon base and ET in the basket. We've seen companies do it. Let's see how Hot Toys do it. Yeah, dude, NECA's done it, and it's a great figure, but I'm agreeing with you. Like that would be an absolutely insane, iconic thing to have. That is one of the most iconic scenes in movies, man. That whole scene, everybody knows it. I'm with you, Brick. That's a great idea, dude. Let's see what else we got. Brick's talking about Three Ninjas. Mitchell Lawrence says, Age of Extinction is underrated. Lockdown is a badass. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I've been tempted to pick up some 3-0 Transformers because I love the Transformers. Like, Transformers 1, I think, is a amazing movie. And I'm going to stand by it, dude. I love the first Transformers. The second, third one have its issues, but they're still fun, man. But dude, I think the first one is like a great summer blockbuster. Christian Cooper says Independence Day line just sorry, man. It's oh my gosh, bro. Damn. Now it looks like I've never even seen the movie. Now it's like, wait a minute. He didn't pick up that line. This son of a bitch doesn't even watch the movie. Says he watched it. Hey, fellas, this has been real. Got a flight in the AM. Obi-Wan had it. Truly. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope we'll come back this week and hang out with us again. Friday. Sailor Moon is cool. It is. And if you say it isn't, you're. Hey, show me somebody who doesn't like Sailor Moon. I'll show you a liar. We got Wayne Timothy in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne Timothy showed up for my stream last week that had an unbelievable amount of technical difficulties. Here he is. He says, "What's up, Justin? Hope you're doing well. Late to the chat, but I'll catch the replay." Wayne, the fact that you even showed up in any capacity means the world to me. Thank you so much, man. Definitely catch the replay. We have had a blast. It's been chat driven tonight. I'm just having fun, man. This has been a blast. A lot of people showing up for me in the chat. It means the world to me. It truly does. And I'm not playing. I'm being serious. It's one of those moments you just got to look around. You got to be like, you know what? Life's pretty good. Got people supporting me in the chat. It means a lot. Brick Army says good intro anime is. I'm gonna say it wrong, so I don't want to get made fun of. I'm gonna check that out. I've actually heard of that. I will check this out, Brick. I'm gonna give it a chance because I don't like to say that stuff's not good until I give it a chance. Death Note anime is great. I might check this out too because I really liked the movie. I thought the movie was really good. Mitchell says I got some 3-0 Transformers figures. Yeah, those look really good. I think I'm gonna pick some up. I've been thinking about picking up that Rambo from 3-0. Christian Cooper says all good, Broski. Thanks, Christian. I have seen the movie, bro. I know you don't believe me anymore, but I've seen it. You gotta believe me, Christian. I want a Jeff Goldblum figure from that movie, bro. Jeff Goldblum is like, when you're a kid, you're like, dude, Will Smith's the coolest character in the movie. When you get a little older, Jeff Goldblum's the coolest character in that movie, dude. Will Smith's probably still cooler, but Jeff Goldblum's really cool too. Movie Canon says, are you getting any Art the Clown figures, Justin? Don't recall if you're a fan or not. Gio, I'm going to be totally real with you, dude. I don't have any Art the Clown figures. I need to watch Terrifier 2 because people tell me Terrifier 2 is like way better. The first one I wasn't a huge fan of, but I've heard that people that didn't like, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge Art the Clown guy, but I haven't seen the second one. And I'm a huge horror fan, so I know that's surprising, but like, I didn't care for the first one, but I know that like everybody's been talking about the second one. So I know the third one's coming out. I'm definitely going to check out the second one. If I like that one, I'll probably pick it up. But if not, then I'll just chalk it up to, Art the Clown's not for me. Mitchell Lawrence says, depends on what type of anime you're into. If you want hardcore and explicit, definitely 80s, 90s. I'll start with the one Brick said. I just want something entry level. Like, I feel like if I don't like that, I probably won't like the hardcore stuff. And I don't, I don't even, you say hardcore and explicit, man. I don't, talking about, I don't know what's going on here with, I guess anime gets real, huh? It's like just all kinds of crazy shit going on in anime. I love Art the Clown, but I don't think I can have him in my house. That's kind of how I like. I don't feel like this for the same reasons, Brick, but that movie's rough, dude. That movie's rough. And I haven't even seen the second one, but I've seen a scene from the second one, a death scene that goes on for 30 minutes, it seems like, and it's rough, man. I don't know. Maybe Art the Clown's not for me. Movie Canon says, my only 3-0 figure is Green Ranger. Yeah, dude, those figures look really good, too. When Timothy says, Jeff Goldblum from any movie would be win. Absolutely. Love Jeff Goldblum. If y'all want to see a real deep cut Jeff Goldblum movie, go watch Deep Cover, early 90s noir film. Modern noir, Lawrence Fishburne, Jeff Goldblum. It's so damn good. Kenny Lang says, what's the best and worst Will Smith movie in your opinion? My favorite Will Smith movie. Damn, dude, that's tough because he's had some bangers, man. I'd probably say my favorite is maybe Men in Black. I'd probably say my favorites Men in Black or Independence Day. And then my least favorite. Man, that's tough. I don't know, man. The Will Smith movies that I don't like, I never went and saw. But like the one that I tell you what an underrated Will Smith movie is iRobot. Now, iRobot is super underrated. Incredible movie. But I'd probably say my man, I don't know, man. I was gonna say 7 Pounds, but I don't think that movie's bad. It's just I don't like. It's just too much, man. It's just too sad. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, but I could definitely say Men in Black or Independence Day with an underrated going to. I mean, damn, Bad Boys is good too, though. See, you start remembering. Damn it. I would say Men in Black. Let me give you a straight answer. Men in Black's my favorite Will Smith movie. I'll give you a straight answer. I want a Nick Cage for Mandy. That would be sick, dude. That movie's absolutely insane. I know we talked about Long Legs last week, Wayne. Long Legs is sick. Like, it's sick, but it's also sick, like in a good way. Movie Ken, I want Nick Cage from Face Off. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, Face Off would be awesome, Gio. Movie Ken, it says Terrifier 2 is better and it's even more gruesome than the first. I'm going to try to watch it, bro, but I don't know, man. It might just not be for me. I mean, I can watch like violent movies and stuff, but like movies that take pleasure in it and like get, I've seen clips from it. And I mean, I think I could, I don't know. I'm going to watch it. The character's great. I think they're doing a great thing with that movie. I mean, the fact that it's this big now is awesome. Con Air Cage figure. Yeah, dude. Nicolas Cage should get the figure treatment as well. One of my favorite Nick Cage movies, Snake Eyes, bro. Snake Eyes all day. Give me Snake Eyes. Love that film. Kenny Lake says, I watched a couple of minutes of Terrifier and said nope. Yeah, I mean, you got to be in the right mindset for it. I know a lot of people love that type of genre. Like, they love that corner of horror is like really like out there. Like, so a movie that I could like Hatchet, they play it up so much, so funny. Like the Hatchet movies, if you've ever seen that, Victor Crowley, that's way up my speed. I love that. Terrifier seems really real. Like, it's like the violence in that seems, I know it's kind of cartoonish, but it hits hard, man. Zach Davenport in the building, everybody. Zach Davenport, Pursuit of Happiness for me, I think. Fantastic film, Zach. Thank you for being here, by the way, Zach. Thank you so much, man. I know you're here last week on my other stream that I did, kind of that test run stream. But you were here joining in on the comments. I truly appreciate it, man. Brick Army says, best Will Smith is Pursuit of Happiness. Won't argue with you there. Fantastic film. Worst is I Am Legend. Yeah, I Am Legend. The only reason I went and saw I Am Legend is because they had a Dark Knight. The first time you could see the Dark Knight trailer was in front of I Am Legend. So I went and saw it. Once the dog scene happens, I'm out. It's too tough. Get to a few more comments here. Favorite Will Smith movie is Independence Day. Yeah, dude. It's great, Gio. I know you're a fan of it. I think we've talked about that before, but that's a great movie, man. It really is. Mitchell Lawrence says, I'm with you on Men in Black. Yeah, Men in Black and Independence Day, you could 1A, 1B, but I would say Men in Black. I love Tommy Lee Jones in that as well. Both are just classics. I Am Legend is an amazing movie. I'm not a huge fan of I Am Legend. I love the first half of it when it's really just him by himself. It's almost like Castaway. And then it kind of, once they start like trying to explain all the stuff, plus the zombies in that movie look terrible. But I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you, Christian. I just think that the first half works a lot better for me. So yeah, I guess I am disagreeing with you. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't hate it. Zach says Hancock is great too. Hancock was really good. That movie gets dark like last 30 minutes. It completely like shifts the tone in the last 30 minutes, and which I liked, but that movie was fun. Kenny Lang says, how do you feel about Wild Wild West? LOL. The LOL says it all, but I will say Wild Wild West is so bad I could probably watch it and have a little bit of fun with it now. But man, what a terrible decision. I think he did that over The Matrix. But I think Will Smith has said that, I think he said that he would have messed up The Matrix, like Keanu killed it. And I agree. I think I think it might not have worked with Will Smith in there and vice versa. I think Wild Wild West would have worked with anybody in there. That was a wild decision, but I remember the marketing for that movie, man. I think everybody thought that movie was going to be a huge hit. Should have been. I mean, it was coming off of like huge movies that he did. Valkyrie says Face Off is one of my favorites. Yeah, Face Off's a blast, dude. I love the concept of that movie. Wayne Timothy, great comment here. Adaptation is another great Cage flick. If you haven't seen Adaptation, you guys, it is so good. It's from the same writer that did like Truman Show and I'm so mad at myself for not Truman Show and the Jim Carrey movie with Kate Winslet, Eternal Sunshine. I believe it's the same writer, Charlie Kaufman, and it's a brilliant movie. It is like very like, it's like meta, like fourth wall break. It's the storytelling techniques in that movie. Like it's brilliant. It really is. Definitely check it out if you like movies like that. And great Nick Cage performance. He plays 2 roles in it, and they're both great. Gio says I Am Legend was weak. CGI, even for the time, was terrible. Totally agree, Gio. I totally agree. Brick says my problem with I Am Legend was I read the book first and they changed the ending, which ticked me off. Oh, okay. See, I didn't even realize they had a book, Brick. That's how dumb I am. Now, World War Z, I knew about that before the Brad Pitt movie, but I didn't know that I Am Legend was a book for some reason. I'm embarrassed to admit that, but I didn't know that. Movie Kenneth says Will Smith did do Wild Wild West over Matrix. That's wild, man. But that's what's so cool about the Matrix, dude. Nobody thought the Matrix was going to be what it was, man. Now it's like one of the great like sci-fi films of all time. Not only that, but like, I mean, it's sci-fi / action. I just loved it, and I know you do as well, Gio. But great movie, man. I love the whole that whole trilogy. Kenny Lang says getting jiggy with it. Yeah, dude, great. I mean, dude, Will Smith was doing everything in the 90s. He was so big that he could literally just do whatever the hell he wanted until Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West is when everybody was like, oh, okay, this dude's human. Okay, this dude's got flaws like the rest of us. Cool. Brick Artemis says The Family Man is one of my favorite Cage movies. I watch it every Christmas, Brick. I'm with you, dude. That movie is so good, dude. I love it. Brick Artemis, no surprise, great taste in movies. Not a surprise whatsoever. Movie Canon, great taste in movies. Not a surprise whatsoever if you've seen these guys on stream. They know what's going on. They know what good movies are. That's why you got to go follow these guys, watch their streams. I love Family Man. Watch it every December. Yeah, dude. Family Man stream. Family Man stream, baby. I love it. Zach Davenport says, don't end stream, bro. They about to post something crazy. You know, I said that, and they posted the T-800. I always tell Graham, Jedi Night's Watch on Wolfpack Wednesday, I always joke around in the chat on there and say they're going to post something. I'm normally 95% wrong every time. The last 2 weeks I've done it, I've technically been right, even though it's been like the next morning. But Brick's actually called out correct stuff before. So Brick might be the guy. Brick might be the guy to... might want to get some lottery numbers from Brick. Movie Cannon says, I like how he asked for a seat after leaving his daughter at... Dude, you know what scene I think about all the time, Gio? Is the chocolate milk scene. The chocolate milk scene in that movie, I think about every damn time I have chocolate milk. Where he's like, is that enough chocolate, sweetheart? And like the bottom of the cup has this much chocolate, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just some guys talking about... All right, guys, we're going up on 2 hours. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Batman. So let's take 1 or 2 minutes just to talk about the Batman real quick. All I was going to talk about was what figures you wanted to see from the Batman. So what we're going to do real quick is before we sign off for the night, we're going. See, I even typed in sweet cats to see what that was, or SWAT cats, sweet cats, SWAT cats. Okay. So I know Gio, you probably got some thoughts on this. So Matt Reeves reveals if the Batman Part 3 or Batman Part 2 is the end of his Dark Knight saga. basically says in a recent interview, I'm pulling this from Collider. That's the source from this. Collider's got some good movie stuff. Collider's for the Penguin. Matt Reeves confirmed that his original vision for the Batman was always part of the larger trilogy. Y'all probably can't even see this. Let's get this a little bit bigger. Let's get me out of the way a bit here. I don't know. If y'all can see that, let me know. If not, I'll just read a little bit of it to you. He's saying that that's still the plan. So he's basically saying that, I'm sticking very closely to the path we envisioned. So even with James Gunn coming in for DC, it seems like Matt Reeves is possibly been given the green light to make 3. Again, he says right here, Reeves reaffirmed that his plan for a trilogy remains intact, despite some recalibrations along the way. So that's very interesting to me. Here's another quote. It says, things kind of shifted. So when we came up with the idea to do oh, never mind. That's about the Penguin. Is that from him though? Let's just read it anyway. It says, because we know that he's introducing the Batman as kind of a mid-level, sort of overlooked mock figure. Oh, so he said, I wanted the origin stories of those other characters of the Rogues Gallery, and that story was originally going to be in the entree into the next movie. So again, this seems like this was going to be like the first act of the film, and they decided to kind of make it a show. I've been hearing mixed things about the Penguin. If it's good or not, I'm going to watch it. I wasn't a huge fan of the Batman. I'm going to be real with you. I wasn't a huge fan of the Batman. I felt like it was portrayed as like a detective story, and I feel like he didn't really solve much. Everything was getting solved for him. But it had some great moments. It really did. But I am super excited for the sequel because Matt Reeves, based on the Planet of the Apes trilogy, I felt like the first movie in that trilogy was pretty good. But then the next one was like amazing. And then the next one was amazing. So I feel like Matt Reeves knows what he's doing with trilogy storytelling. I know he has a plan. I can't wait to see what he brings to the table on that. And yeah, so we're going to go back full screen here. I'm going to read some quick comments real quick, and then we are going to be out of here. But we got Wayne Timothy saying Penguin. We got who else we got here? We got Brick Artemis saying, bro, if I'm right, I'm definitely getting a lotto. Brick, did you predict something, Brick? Did I miss it? I might have missed your prediction. Zach Davenport says it's going to take place in the winter and the marketing materials blue. Mr. Freeze. Are we guessing what the villain's going to be in the second one? I think for me, the trilogy, he keeps mentioning Rogues Gallery. Matt Reeves continues to mention Rogues Gallery, and nobody has tackled that yet. So I know that that's probably where he is headed, is like Rogues Gallery type stuff for Batman, which I think is great. He's probably going to have multiple villains interwoven, kind of like the comics do. Like if, the comics, like the Long Halloween and like all these different ones, like they do a great job of weaving in like multiple Batman characters, and it feels like this real cohesive thing. It doesn't feel like Spider-Man 3 where they throw all these villains at you. So I would say he's going to do something like that. Like some of the characters are going to be big players in the movie. Some of them are going to be like small scenes, but there's going to be Rogues Gallery stuff going on in the second and third movie for sure. Brick says, I'm assuming they had to change up some villains so that the stories aren't the same. Yeah. Movie Canon says, Reeves sticking to non-fantastical villains. Yeah, I was thinking like, obviously he's got Penguin. He did Riddler. I don't think he's going to go the path of like, guys like Mad Hatter and, Clayface and all these. I mean, if he does Clayface, he might do like a version of it that's not insane. Like that would be a really cool thing to do if somebody could do Clayface like without all the CGI. I don't know how they would do it. Kind of like they did Two-Face in Dark Knight trilogy. Like Two-Face was there, but like the stuff they did with the CGI makeup on that was incredible. But I definitely think we're getting Two-Face in this. I definitely think we're going to be getting, I could see us getting like an opening scene of like the Black Mask or something. Like I could see us getting that for Matt Reeves. Like again, it's just like an opening 10-minute scene. I'm very interested to see where Robert Pattinson's Batman grows in this one. I really felt like he did a really good job with the physicality of the role, but I want to see more of like the performance side of it. I felt like he was and he played it up good. I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad performance, but I definitely want to see more of his growth as a character in that one. Like more of like the less brooding, kind of like in the shadows Batman, and now he's like the Batman. Like everybody knows he's like here to help Gotham, and it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with the character. Brick saying yes, please freeze. Zach says, has the Penguin released? I think it releases soon. If September 19th, Gio says. Gio coming in with the clutch on that. September 19th. Thanks, Gio. Brick Artemis says the Batman was okay. I feel like it will get better. Me and Brick, I'm glad I have Brick in my corner on this. Me and Brick take a lot of flack on some streams because we both are not the biggest fans of the Batman. Everybody says it's the best Batman movie, and totally cool. Like, that's cool. Me and Brick respect that. But when you tell people you didn't really love the Batman, it's weird, man. It's like you get this, like, people can't believe it. It's like, dude, it's not the Dark Knight, like, in my opinion, you know? But I like when people have different takes, man. It makes it more interesting. It makes it, like, I love hearing why people really loved it and what works for them and what they want to see out of a Batman movie. The complaint I've always had is everybody's like, man, it's a detective movie. It's like Seven. It's like all these. But, like, I just felt like he didn't do much detective stuff. Like, everything was, like, already solved. I don't know, man. I thought a lot of it worked, but a lot of it didn't for me either. But I do think I'm with Brick. I think the next one is going to be great. I think Matt Reeves knows what he's doing with that trilogy, and I hope we do get a trilogy. Wayne Timothy says Matt Reeves got Batman's character better than any other director, in my opinion. I can't wait to see what he does next. Yeah, dude, I'm not disagreeing with that. I love what Nolan did with the character of Bruce Wayne. I love what Matt Reeves did with the Batman. I loved how he filmed the physicality of it and how he filmed like the sequences of that. I love the final like 20 minutes of that movie. So I'm not disagreeing, Wayne. I just love Nolan's trilogy so much. It was like just a monumental thing for me that unfairly I'm probably judging it against that. But yeah, it's pretty good. I just didn't love it. Zach Davenport says, nah, I asked Brick when Asajj Ventress is getting done by Hot Toys. Okay, so I basically just been having a conversation with nobody because I was totally off. I was like, oh, okay, guys, yeah, I'm going to pick up on what y'all are saying. Brick says, no, don't go. Are you talking to me, Brick? Or are you? Because I feel like I'm behind now. I feel like I'm behind the chat. Wade Timothy says, this is the rumor it's going to be the Court of Owls. Now, Wayne, if that's the case, I'm all on board. That would be brilliant, dude. I love that storyline. I believe it's Scott Snyder was the writer for that storyline. Brilliant stuff, dude. I loved it. If you haven't read the comments of the Court of Owls arc, it's some of the best Batman stuff there is. I'm telling you, it is so damn good. It's got everything. It's got like the great villain, which is Talon. It's like this great villain. And then it's got the great like underbelly of Gotham, like secret society, all this different stuff in it, man. It is just brilliant. Brick says, yeah, Court of Owls would be cool. Kenny Lang mentioning what I mentioned earlier with Black Mask. Brick Artemis says, yeah, I want a Deathstroke. I'm still bummed we didn't get Ben Affleck's trilogy or Ben Affleck's Batman film. I'm really bummed about that. I think he would have made a great crime saga. Zach Davenport says a disgraced actor, Clayface, would hit. Yeah, I think they could do some great things with that character. I think they could do it realistic. I'm telling you, that's such a tragic character that I feel like they could really hit it out of the park. Like, as tragic as Two-Face is, this is really tragic. Really tragic. Zach Davenport says, so true, Brick Court of Owls would be so good. It would. I would be all on board with that. In fact, I would probably say that's what I want the most now because it hasn't been done on film yet. Christian Cooper says the Batman was good, but not like the Bruce Wayne and all. I didn't either, and some people did, and that's what's cool about it. Is like some people love Keaton, some people love Christian Bale, some people loved Clooney. Some people loved Clooney. Some people loved Val Kilmer, you know, and but yeah, I'm with you, Christian. I didn't really like I really didn't like the portrayal of Alfred at all. I thought that Alfred, like Andy Serkis, you got like Andy Serkis in your movie. I felt like Alfred was completely wasted. You didn't feel like there was that relationship there at all. And I thought Nolan's trilogy captured that relationship so well with Michael Caine and Christian Bale. Again, man, to me, and I know it has its flaws, but to me, Batman Begins and Dark Knight are almost perfect films. Dark Knight Rises, I know, has its flaws, but I still think Dark Knight Rises is better than 98% of the stuff that's coming out. And just a great trilogy, man. It's just Batman versus a great movie, though. Super rewatchable. I do love the feel of it. It's got a great feel. It feels like a graphic novel. It feels, and that's why I'm thinking the next one's going to be really good. Like, I really do think now that Matt Reeves has gotten established in the world and in the character, he's really going to go all out with this next one. I'm excited. I hope the next one will make Bruce Wayne actually Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind them trying something different with it, but I do think we're going to get more of the traditional Bruce Wayne in the next one. I think he was trying to do like year one Batman with this one, and that's why it just didn't work for me. I thought the look was cool. I know people kind of made fun of like the emo Batman. I thought Pattinson did as best as he could do with what was given to him, but they tried to make him a badass fighter kind of Batman. And then they also tried to make him the smartest detective in the world, which Batman is, but he didn't solve anything, dude. Everything was solved for him. Like, he'd walk into a room and it was solved. I thought the best stuff of that movie when he's starting to uncover the Riddler and like he's on these online forums and he's giving out these things, but the Riddler, even the Riddler stuff, dude, like was so cringe. Like when he's singing that song and stuff and they're having the face-to-face. They're basically copying off the scene from Dark Knight with the interrogation scene. Just didn't work. Felt forced. But I'm still excited for the sequel because I trust Matt Reeves. I think Matt Reeves and Pattinson, I trust Pattinson as well. I think they're going to really bring it with the next one. But we need a Selena Kyle figure. We need a Zoe Kravitz figure, like, immediately. Zach Davenport says, favorite Batman movie is a Dark Knight, but Pattinson is my favorite Batman. I like Pattinson, dude. I like Pattinson. I think my favorite Bruce Wayne. I think my favorite Bruce Wayne is Bale. I think my favorite Batman, like in the actual suit, is probably Keaton. That would probably be how I would judge it. I think that Christian Bale really did a great job with Bruce Wayne, the portrayal of Bruce Wayne. I thought he did great. Brick says, yes, I was talking to you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Brick. I appreciate you being here, man. You've been super active tonight in the chat, dude. I've been loving talking movies with all you guys, man, but I appreciate you, Brick. I really do. Mitchell says, I like the dark element in the Batman, but that's about it. Michael and Bale are still better. I think I'm seeing a lot of people go all in on the Batman because I think they really like the feel and the aesthetic of it, and I totally get that. So if that's what you want out of Batman, you probably like this one a lot better. If you're like me, and like, to me, the Nolan trilogy was about the soul of Bruce Wayne. Like, that was like trying to save the soul of Gotham. Like, it was like it was a Bruce Wayne trilogy, and that appeals to me. I really like the humanization of the character. I loved in Dark Knight Rises how he's basically like almost crippled because of all the injuries he sustained. And I just thought it was brilliant, man. I really did. And again, Matt Reeves is a brilliant filmmaker. So there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to make an incredible trilogy if given the chance. I think that we got to give him a little bit of time. I do think that he is going to make an absolute banger of a sequel based on the Planet of the Apes stuff. And again, I misspoke, and somebody corrected me this before, but I know he didn't direct every movie in the Planet of the Apes trilogy, but I just know the second one was like fantastic. Like, that's probably my favorite of the Planet of the Apes movies. I think Gio corrected me on this before, right, Gio? Somebody did. I don't think Matt Reeves directed the James Franco Planet of the Apes, did he? I don't think he did. Wayne Timothy says, Batfleck is the only Batman that would scare the crap out of me in real life. He was a beast. Yeah, dude. I will say, I just disrespected Ben Affleck. He probably got like the visceralness of Batman better than anybody. He really looked like an imposing force, and I love that about that portrayal. I hated the movies he was involved with, but he it wasn't because of him. It wasn't because of him, and it wasn't because of Cavill. It was just that movie just had too much going on. It's a shame too, because they casted the hell out of that. It's Pattinson's emotion for me. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Zach. I tend to agree with you. I think Pattinson is a fantastic actor. and I'm going to give him a movie to kind of get those kinks out. I think he did the best with what was given to him, but I think that the next one's going to explore the character a bit more. But then again, maybe Matt Reeves isn't going the Bruce Wayne route. Maybe he's going more like different route, like true detective stuff, like we're really getting the Batman, you know. Gio says Clooney. Yeah. I appreciate what he did, man. I appreciate what he did. Christian Lopez is in the building. What's up, Christian Lopez? Thank you so much for being here, man. Sorry, I'm just now getting to your comment. Thank you for being here, Christian. It means a lot to me. Is that a TOT 78 mask? I just hopped on a custom run for Castle Stretch. It is. It is the TOT 78 mask. It's very good. I'm going to tell you a place to find some masks for decent prices. It's not as cheap as you get it online, but if you're at a Spirit Halloween store, I would go now. They got a ton of masks that you can get, latex ones, even some of the ones that are like cheaper, like for $20. But I would go now because those get picked over like quick. So if you're really looking for a mask, latex mask, Michael Myers, whatever, they got that, Krueger, Jason. They got a lot of cool masks up there from Trick or Treat. So definitely that's a place you can get some if you needed one like ASAP. I mean, I know we're away from Halloween, but you know, you might need a mask for this weekend, man. You might be throwing a Halloween party in September, man. You know, I already got some decorations out. But thanks so much for being here, Christian. Mitchell Lawrence says Ben Affleck was the perfect Bruce Wayne in my humble opinion. No argument there. I think it's just preference of what you're into. So I think Ben Affleck did a hell of a job. It would be interesting. I would have liked to have seen Ben Affleck's Batman in a Ben Affleck Batman movie. That's what I wanted to see. He just looked the part. He did. He really did look like that, like Dark Knight Returns Batman. I loved it. Didn't love the movies, but his performance was good. Kristen Cooper says Ben Affleck's Batman is the most common accurate Batman one. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I still prefer some of the other films, but I hear you. Affleck was firing once he got a feel for the role. Absolutely. Affleck was not the issue with those movies whatsoever. Christian Cooper says he definitely has grown on me, but Bale is my favorite. Yeah, I love Bale as Bruce Wayne. Best Batman and Bruce equals Conroy. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, I feel like I have a bad habit of I'm not gonna say I forget about Kevin Conroy. I never would, but I just meant that when I'm thinking more movies, like I'm thinking like live action. But yeah, dude, Kevin Conroy, man, absolute legend. Thank you, Gio, for adding that, because he's absolutely brilliant, man. The legacy he left for that character, dude, is just insane. Just beautiful stuff he did. Him and Mark Hamill with those two characters just killed it. Zach Davenport says, hopefully we can get a Dark Knight Returns movie with Affleck. That would be so sick. Yeah, that would be. I don't think we're going to see Affleck back as Batman, though, personally, ever. Unless he does. And yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen. We got Merfolk Bear in the building. Thank you so much for being here, Merfolk Bear. If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize, but I truly appreciate you being here, taking the time to comment. He says, do you think we'll see Hot Toys make a Tauntaun in the next 5 years? That is a great question. We got a couple of Star Wars guys. I'm not saying I'm not a Star Wars guy, but we got a couple guys who collect a lot of Star Wars Hot Toys. Let them know in the comments below, guys, if you think that's going to happen. I personally do not, but I am wrong all the time on predictions. Merfolk Bear. All the time I'm wrong. Thank you for the question. Thank you for being here. Gio says he did too. Yeah, thank you, Gio. I knew you would know, man. And I thought I knew, but I wanted to be double sure, and I didn't want to like check it by typing on my computer. So I appreciate you letting me know. Zach Davenport says, true, he might lock in after losing Alfred. Yeah, I do. I just thought they could have done more with Alfred. They tried to force that relationship of like that whole scene with Art, but like there was nothing before that made you feel for the characters, made you feel for that relationship. And so that relationship just felt stale. It didn't feel there wasn't anything there. And so that whole scene where Alfred, is in that explosion, they're like, that didn't even like, I know it was supposed to be this big moment, but like they didn't earn it. They didn't earn it. Valkyrie says, I like them all as Batman. This is the attitude to have, man. We can appreciate all of them in their own way. I mean, that's truly the way to have it. Even Clooney, like, look, man, if Clooney would have gotten an opportunity in one of these other Batman movies, he just drew the short straw on this one. Stacy says Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. He just fits the part. I'm seeing a lot of Ben Affleck love, and I love it. Ben Affleck definitely deserves it. He really did give it his all. Let's get to a few more comments. We got 2 more here, and then we're going to wrap up. We got Gio saying, I mean, Affleck did get back with J-Lo again. Never say never about playing Batman again. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, Gio. I stand corrected. You're right. You're right. And Stacy says, I hope they make one, but not likely. Yeah. So, guys, we went over 2 hours. Let me tell you this real quick. Hit that like button on your way out. We're going to wrap up here on episode 1 of Casual Friday. This is my new stream on Friday nights, Casual Friday. I don't know what the time is going to be every week, but it's going to be like this one was 9:30. I'm going to experiment with different times, just see what works for me. There's some, but I'll just say I'll probably stick to 9:30 Central Time. I can't thank you enough for being here. It means the world to me. I did a stream last week that felt like kind of a test run stream, and I thank everyone that was in that one that really helped, kind of face that, that fear I had of going live for the first time, like on my own channel. I mean, it's not really a fear, but it's something I wanted to overcome. I was a little, you know how we do. We overthink stuff. And the fact that y'all were here for this whole time and took time to comment and took time to be here and took time to consistently talk to me in the chat made this a blast, made this super memorable for me. So I can't thank you enough. Truly, thank you so much for being here. Definitely check out my other videos. Check out my T-800 Hot Toys video that I just uploaded. Show that some love if you want to see my full thoughts on that. Stay tuned for more stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot more movie stuff on my channel, a lot more, as always, collectible stuff as well. We're going to try to merge the two, as y'all been seeing, just like with this live stream. So means the world to me that y'all were there. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next week. I just wanted to get to a few, this last comment here to end the night. Stacy, thank you so much. As this was a fun stream. Looking forward to the next one. Christian Cooper saying great stream. Guys, truly thank you. I really appreciate that. That means a lot that y'all enjoyed it. I hope to see y'all next week. And, yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to be signing off. I don't know how to end these things yet, so I'm just going to end it, and it's going to go straight to an ending. I don't even have an outro yet, I don't think. So if y'all are cool with it just ending, it's just going to end. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.